Hey, hey, I'm going to take us right into the intro and I shall return to say hey. Okay, let's load this right tonight for me. How's that? Oh, probably not, huh? Of course not.
Home in the valley, home in the city, home isn't pretty, ain't no home for me. Home in the darkness, home on the highway, home isn't my way, home I'll never be. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Can't see no reason to put up a fight. I'm living for giving the devil his due. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. Time is the essence, time is the season. Time ain't no reason, got no time to show. Time everlasting, time to play these sides. Time ain't on my side, time I'll never know. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Now I want to tell you what's wrong from what's right. I've seen suns that were freezing and lives that were blue. But I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Can't see no reason to put up a fight. I'm living for giving the devil his due. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning, I'm burning for you.
Alrighty. Let's end this. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. And come back to my screen and add my banner. Don't want to forget that tonight. Yeah. Oh, boy. What a day. I'm exhausted, really. But do you ever get too tired? You just can't lay still. I just ran myself ragged today, I guess. I don't know. It was a good day though with the kids. My daughter got her LOL doll, and my son got his Hot Wheels little monster truck and some little race car. She was thrilled. She got a new LOL baby. Those things are a pain in the bazooka. But, you know, what do? You give in to them. They just uh, played in the pool all day. I feel like a prune. Okay, let me say hi. Hey, I got Swedish fish for tonight. Tomorrow, whatever time I go live, it'll probably won't be late like tonight. It'll be a lot earlier. But my hair will be complete because in the morning I'm going to get it colored. And then I'll show it. Hey, Hope. Hey, Marcy. Hi, Browdy. Good to see you. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, KCG. Where's everybody at tonight? My goodness. Come on, people. Come on in. What's JR say? Come on in. Come on. Come on in. He waves his hands at everybody. Come on. Yeah, I got some Swedish. I hid them. Well, I hid a few. Because if I wouldn't get any. Between my husband and the kids, I never get any. The cat thinks he's getting one, but he's not, because then it sticks to his teeth, and then I got to scrape him off. And he doesn't like it. But he likes to play with the Swedish fish. I really wanted a big ass bag of beef jerky, but the shit's just too expensive. Hey, Molly Collie, that's a cool name. You have to be at work at midnight. You better do some sobering up, buns. You got a nurse nearby that can hook you up with some IV fluid to sober your butt up? It works. Trust me, we used to do it. Put some oxygen on, hook up that IV, boom, instant sober. Instantaneous. No waving, no blinking. Oh, I have to blink. I could not blink. Oh, that would be awful. I'm not feeling well. Migraine med is not working yet. Holler if you need me. Oh, KCG, I'm sorry to hear that. You just relax and get rid of your headache. I'll send Sir Duke to cuddle with you. Hey, Claire. It's 3:23 a.m. Holy cow. You're a night owl too, huh? Why do I keep getting Instagram posts from Gina Diamond? Number one, I don't even do the gram. And number two, I don't never follow her anywhere. Hey, Orion, it's good to see you. The Swallows are putting on quite the show. Oh, oh, I feel old. So yeah, we're in Target, and you know how the store plays that music all the time. Or thank God nobody had a camera out, because my daughter decided she liked the song, and then got me into it. Next thing I know, we're dancing down the aisle. Yeah, only me. But tonight we are going to finish up a little bit the rest of that T-Rev. Um, Betty did something today that really pissed me off with her multiple lives. But who the hell does that woman think she is? I hope Chris Proudfoot does sue her ass. Betty, you can't handle a lawsuit you got, the frivolous lawsuit you got. You don't scare nobody. You need to be scared, though, because, see, they have the money to sue your ass. And they'll have multiple lawyers that won't put up with the bullshit that you've gotten away with so far in your frivolous lawsuit. Just saying. And it is defamation when you accused him of murmuring his son. And don't worry, Betty, we made sure he has the videos. You outright called that man a murmurer. Oh my God, she goes live so many times a day. Jesus. No wonder she don't leave that house. Oh, I wish I would have put some ice in my tea. It's so muggy tonight. Hot flashes aren't helping either. It is muggy. I need some ice in that tea. Yuck. Slimy took an unexpected vacation for the past 5 days. Yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah, I wonder why. Wonder why. Yeah, there's some things we're gonna go over tomorrow with a couple other ones I found. And let me tell you what, this TikTok drama, these women got a god dang war going on over Tony. I am Tony just stirred up a whole shit show over there. He got all these creators fighting with each other. The- I tell you what they I get why a lot of the TikTok creators don't come to YouTube because YouTube they wouldn't make it. They wouldn't last. They'd lose their channel as fast as they put it up. The crap they do over there. I mean, Jesus, they every 5 minutes her live was getting taken down and she'd start up another one. They'd report it over there. All you got to do is report it. Don't even have to be true, and they take the live down. It's insanity. But these women are just fighting with each other over misinformation behind Tony. And they're really going at it, man. They got a whole war going on. And then there's one who's probably in her 40s is saying she just got out of the hospital from having a stroke. And what's she doing? On TikTok fighting with these women. She didn't put her vape down after that smoke either, after that stroke. Yeah, Tony can piss a lot of people off. Yeah, I'm in Florida too, sure. It's muggy as shit. It is so muggy. I really want to turn that fan on. I really, really do. But my husband didn't oil it. I think it's loud. Oh. Hey, Revival, good to see you. How was your holiday? I had a turkey burger. We had turkey burgers and turkey hot dogs. The kids don't know they're turkey dogs. They think they're hot dogs, just regular hot dogs. They boy when somebody does give them a regular hot dog, they won't eat it. They think they're not. They're like, what kind of hot dog is that, Mom? That's nasty. Because they've only ever had turkey dogs. Trying to eat a little healthier. So, do you all want to watch? I don't want to watch Betty's whole live. I'm not in the mood for Bullhorn. You have to be in the mood to review Bullhorn, and I'm just not in that kind of mood. Um, and I don't want to get nasty with her, because she's just not worth it. And that's the kind of mood I'm in. I'm in the pissy kind of mood. Oh God, this woman is in. She is insufferable. Jesus, she does so many lives a day. It is no wonder she don't go nowhere. I mean, she just did another one 2 hours ago. And all she does is regurgitate the same stuff over and over, 6 and 7 times a day. And people go and watch it. She says the same exact things. I can play every live she did today, and I will guarantee you it's all the same stuff. I don't understand it. What am I missing? What am I missing? No, we never got to. I never, because the T-Rev thing ran so long the other night. I never got to play Tony's live from, and then he went on he got these girls that he goes on their panels at night. Today he went early, but according to him, he don't know anything. Seth is calling all the shots, and that's about it. Hey, Runs with Scissors, facing the truth. I like that. I like your hearts in you. So, who do we want to start with? Do we want to start with the bullhorn or just jump right into the T-Rev? Betty, if we knew where Sebastian was, he'd be at home. You dumb dits. And then she puts these stupid, childish wows and oh my gods in her thumbnails. It looks stupid as hell. But, it's Betty. Oh, and she puts a whoa. Betty is fact checking. Honey, you wouldn't know a fact if it smacked you in the face and knocked your ass out. She is unfreaking believable. And you don't even know if that was the real Chris in your chat, you dumb shit. I don't know if it was or wasn't. Hope he does shut her up. Server, please do the world a favor. We'll play a little bit of Betty first. That way it'll get me in the mood for. Oh, we'll finish that T-Rev. I'm not going to be on here all night though. There's not a whole bunch of that to play yet, so I'm not playing her freaking 20-minute TikTok intro either. You sure don't. Oops. 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 Oh, shut up, Betty. Shut up. Nobody likes you. Are you kidding me? Nobody likes you. But I need music so you don't strike me. I don't trust your ass. I know how dirty you are. I'm really not in the mood for music tonight, but shit. I gotta do it. We'll put her into outer space. Yeah, my daughter just thinks she's a dancing queen and thinks mom should dance right with her. My husband's just looking at us, shaking his head. And he was like, "What are you doing dancing down the aisles?" He said, well, "I'm not too old for that. You know, my stream's not muted. I'm not muted." Hey, Viv. So we were dancing down the aisles at Target. Yeah. Thank God nobody had a phone out. But hey, I may be 61, but I can dance now. That's one thing I can do. I was born with soul in my bones. Not tooting my own horn, but maybe it was all those years of dance lessons. I don't know. Nah, you can take all the lessons in the world. If you don't have no soul, honey, you ain't grinding. You got to feel it. You got to feel that beat. You got to feel that music. At least I do. I've probably been in more dance contests than anything in my life. Okay, now we'll get back into video. My stream's not muted. I am sharing the video. It's not coming through? Alright, look, StreamYards and YouTube. I am not in the mood tonight. I am really not in the freaking mood. I'm trying to be really nice. I'm going to unshare and reshare yet again. Oh, I wish they would get this fixed. I share it and it keeps rejecting it. Come on, YouTube. Ugh. All right, there we go.
The case. Now, again, that is if it's the real Chris Proudfoot. We know that people
I'm gonna go get some ice.
Like to,
crying.
impersonate people. It's nice to see you guys.
I need some ice.
But we were all there. We all saw, Chris. And in all fairness, I've been wanting to speak to him. I've been wanting to have a respectable conversation with him about this case. And if he's willing to open up and have, besides threatening me with a lawsuit, first of all, lawsuits don't scare me, dude. I don't know if you know me. I'm Bullhorn Betty. I'm pretty opinionated. I know my rights. I'm a front row Joe. I'm a constitutionalist. By all means, come out and get me. Come get me. The courts are going to be so thrilled here in Florida for somebody trying to stop somebody's freedom of speech on a well-known case. Furthermore, he stated, I'm making money off of his son. First of all, no, I'm making money off the content and coverage, just like every other news organization that is covering this case. I haven't touted anybody. I haven't touted any type of interviews up here. I haven't exploited anybody, right? I haven't even gone out there and searched yet.
Nope.
So when I do that, that's when we
Nothing.
start getting millions of views, Mr. Chris Proudfoot. When Apples of Olivia and I get in those woods, actually start searching and start our work.
Okay, your work. What are you going to search, Betty? What are you going to search? What are you going to do with your big mouth and your board? Where are you going to? You're not going to search. You're going to sit there and record yourself, stream yourself, walking around bitching like you always do. You are a crime tourist. You're a little late to the game there, Bets. It's been 90 days. Yeah. Maybe you took moms up on the offer to use her. Or, Enterprise is not too bad. There's Hertz and Avis, and there's just all kinds. We could have did all that. But, yeah. Let me say hi to people that just came in. Hey, Skip to my Lou. Hey, Chris Cress. Hey, Maureen. Hey, Running Bear. Hey, Cheryl. Now, I'm going to tell you, this might piss some of you off, but I'm gonna speed her up so we can get, hey, Seeker, so we can get through this real quick and get back on to TREV. Since we are the shadow organization that is blocking him from finding anybody. Shh, don't tell no one. We're shadows.
That's when your case is probably going to get a little more bumpy. Right now, you guys, this is the calm before the storm.
What are you going to do?
It really is.
So
we're going to be out there in the woods.
So what you're doing is you're basically threatening these parents. That's basically what you're doing. I hope you get lost in the woods, Betty, and they have to send a search party out for your stupid ass. But then again, you're not going to go anywhere like that because you're only going to stream for content. You don't give two shits about this case. You're regurgitating the same stuff 100 million times a day. There's only so much the subs are going to put up with. You've got to do something. Oh, and I don't know how many of y'all know EKC. Hope you know who I'm talking about. Revival, you know who I'm talking about. That woman got the nerve that only has a half a brain cell that works. And she's going to do commentary on the Karen Reed trial. Oh, you don't know how bad I want to review that and tear her up. I just might have to. Because I know that Karen Reed case like the back of my hand. And I know the Turtle Boy case like the front of my hand. So, yeah, she's too dumb to do. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We have good ways of tracking things.
Oh.
We have our own things. There's a reason why we're called web sleuths.
You're not a web sleuth.
There's a reason why cops are concerned with the work and our abilities. There are reasons.
No, honey, they're not concerned with your work or your abilities.
Reasons for that.
What they're concerned with is the lies, the misinformation, and you mucking up the cases.
There are reasons why law enforcement monitors us.
Oh, they don't monitor you.
There's reasons for that.
Betty, you're not up there with the big wannabe web sleuths. You're just not. You, my dear, are trauma. You are a professional grifter. That's it. That's all.
Okay? So if Chris Proudfoot is the one that was in the chat, we're going to keep it open. We'll just sit here. Like, I got work to do, right? I got work to do. I got nothing but time on my hands, baby.
You don't have a job.
I got nothing but time on my hands, right? Chris, let's go through some of the questions I'd ask you. So you're not fearful of Bullhorn Betty. I wouldn't want you to think
honey,
I'd
he's not scared of you.
If you did nothing wrong, you should not fear me. Period. I don't go after innocent people if I have not proven that beyond a reasonable doubt here. I don't go after innocent people. So if you're innocent, you had nothing to do with this, by all means, I would be your friend. actually probably be the best.
Oh my God. You don't go after innocent people. Betty, he's innocent. What evidence do you have? What evidence, concrete evidence, do you have that he did anything? I'll wait, but we'll probably wait until hell freezes over. I'm going to fast forward you, though, because I don't care.
Friend you could have in your corner if you did nothing wrong. I can promise you that.
Oh, gosh.
Because I'm one of those people that don't really give a shit about what people say.
Hey,
when I'm in
Benny.
your corner, I'm in your
God.
corner. You
Hey,
know?
Skull Girl.
The only way I get out of that corner is if you ask me to leave, right? Once I'm in it. Once I'm in it. But if you get in that chat and you want to come up here and have a conversation, let's go over some of the questions I'd ask. So you're not fearful. We don't want a fearful Chris.
Oh, she's
you know,
pissed
here's
as
some of the
all
things
hell.
that I would want to know, just off the cuff. You know, what were your immediate impressions when Katie called you? You know, when Katie called you and told you that Sebastian. Sorry, I don't have two screens here, so you got to bear with me here. I'm trying to look at my Word
What
document.
does that matter?
So you know, what was those initial feelings that you had whenever you and I?
What does that matter? How do you think he felt, Betty? His wife's calling him, telling him her son's gone. How do you think he felt? And what does it matter? You really try to make yourself sound like you're this big investigative reporter. You were so jealous of your own sister that you try to steal her career. Wow. Good job, Bets.
Can't see the chat, guys. So if Chris does get here, one of my mods text me. But just to let you know, Chris, this is what I'm going to be asking you. Okay? Not softball questions, but we ain't going to be talking about soda here on the Bullhorn Betty channel. I can tell you that.
Oh.
What was your first impression?
No, because you don't want to know anything about Sebastian. You just want drama. You want to blame the parents, accuse the parents, and lie to everybody. You don't really want to know anything about the kid that's missing.
Katie's demeanor when you spoke to her. Nobody spoke to you. You've been speaking a lot for Katie on Katie's behalf.
I didn't put her in the thumbnail. I wasn't planning on playing her. So I'm going to have to change my thumbnail and my description. But we're going to move on real quick here because she's just, I'm not in a Betty mood. And I do want to play the Tony TikTok and I want to finish that T-Rev stuff. And I kept the spirit box on my phone. I've asked T-Rev if he wanted to do a reading with me, man. He don't want to. He hasn't answered me. Kind of disappointed. I mean, I could ask him, you know, I got some questions.
I'd like you to speak on your own behalf about your own experience in this process as well.
Okay,
what
why?
did Katie initially state happened? What was Katie's demeanor like when she spoke to you? You know, when she got up and ran out of the house, did she take anything with her? Did she go to any other places? Did she check any other places while she was out there in the wilderness? You know, out there in the wild.
It wasn't
on the streets.
You stupid ass! It wasn't the wilderness in the wild. She was in her car going down the. Shut, Betty. Quit trying to make yourself sound important and sound like you know what you're doing because you don't have a freaking clue. You close up like a clam.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of
Not
where
when
they
I'm in a
live.
pissy mood. I can't.
Did she speak to the neighbors? If so, did any neighbors tell her anything? Did any neighbors offer her any video footage? Did any neighbors offer to walk with her to help look for your son? Right?
Betty.
Were the neighbors and law enforcement friendly? Like really, you know, just getting a.
What? None of that matters. What does it matter if the law enforcement was friendly with the neighbors? What does that have to do with a missing child? No, my neighbor was an asshole. Does that make a difference? Does that suffice for you, Betty? The neighbors were assholes. Is that what you want to hear? How does that matter? What does that have to do with him being missing?
Lay of the land.
Yeah,
nothing,
the wilderness.
Nothing intrusive. Nothing derogatory. Nothing accusatory. Right? And if we want to get into some more of my questions that I have, timeline questions, I got a whole book. Okay? I got a whole book. You know, I'm a busy woman. I'm working very hard to help bring answers.
Working very hard at what? At what exactly? You don't bother to wash your face, brush your teeth, or comb your hair before you go live. That's clear. I won't even show my face if I don't have makeup on and something done with my hair, or at least have it up. But yeah, okay. And I'm older than you. I still can't believe I'm that much older than you. I was blown away when I found that out. I really, truly was. I didn't believe it until you said it out of your own mouth. I was blown away. But okay.
To your missing stepson's case, and I could really use all hands on deck, but I have to be honest with you, Chris. You're the only hands, and you and Katie's are the only hands that isn't part of this deck. Everybody else's hands are involved.
No, they're not. You don't know what they've been doing. See, that's your problem. You run that big trap of yours without any factual basis. And I got news for you. The one you support hasn't been out there either. You need to actually do some homework, Betty. You've been busy with your lawsuit, your frivolous lawsuit, that you're about ready to get the rest of your ass handed to you in. Oh, by the way, have you updated your chat on the truth yet? Not the bullshit you tried to feed them. The truth. Gotcha. Oh, Bets, I do have the transcripts. And I just might take a day just to read them out. Because I happen to know that some of your subs will listen to my chat. Probably because they're hate watching for you. But okay, I'll take the view. Oh, by the way, guys, hit that like button. If you're not subbed up, sub up. I am like 18 away from 2K. 18. That's it.
Everybody's. I did send you a messenger, Chris. If you're watching Bullhorn Betty right now, I sent you a messenger. I put an audio voice in there.
He's not watching.
I am open
Betty.
to speaking to you off the record 100%. Won't even speak to anybody that I even spoke to you.
You're a liar.
And you can believe that and take that to the bank, because I do not talk about my sources. If you talk to anybody,
you don't have any.
I find out information. And nobody ever knows where it comes from.
So you don't have any.
And it'd be 100% off the record. So,
oh my God.
And actually would go a step further, Chris, from a legal profession.
Runs with scissors. You could tell her until the sun comes up that there's flyers in all the Walmarts because of Mom, that Chris himself made signs and was posting them, that they have passed out flyers. They have paid for a billboard, helped pay for billboards. They have done, it wouldn't matter. Hey, Patricia, she's not gonna listen. She is so close-minded. It's sad. And okay.
I will even sign a do not disclose. I'll be happy to sign an
NDA?
A DNA for that conversation.
An NDA. Oh, wait a minute, Miss Legal Eagle. You don't even know what an NDA is. You call it a DNA? She called it a DNA. Miss Legal Expert here. It's called an NDA, Betty. I wouldn't trust you with an NDA. I wouldn't trust you with a muzzle on your mouth.
Have at least a legal document that will prevent me from
she said that, Dawn.
That is not that we don't agree to disclose. But I will keep you off the record. I just want some information.
Oh Lord.
So other timeline questions I would have
really
for you, Chris, is how did you
Chris and Katie sitting there watching her 8 videos a day? No. If he popped in there, it's because of info he's found out in the last day or two just to shut her up. But I still need proof it was him. True Crime Comedy Chat Channel. Hey, welcome in. Yeah, he thinks YouTubers will help in some way. Yeah, Betty's real helpful. 92 days in, and she's now thinking about finally going there. Yeah.
You know about the aunt and the cousins? Were you at home at all that weekend? And if you're not at home all that weekend, I'm starting.
Okay, why aren't you asking about Seth and his mother? Because you need to go to Terry, take your little chubby ass to Terry Min's and listen to that phone call. Because weeks ago, when that phone call first came out, weeks and weeks ago, I listened to that call. And I've had lots of questions since. And then, or you can go over to Nonsense's channel because she broke some of it down. But if not, like I said, go to TREVS and listen to it. Because that's where I found it. You know, because that was right when it first came out. How come you have no questions for these people? Because you might have to use them things you call ears. Yeah.
Believe you weren't home that weekend, right? I started out believing you were. And through information and through the work that I've been doing, I'm finding out that you weren't home.
Hey, Thor.
Right? So how would you know about the time that Katie would have left to go get the aunt and the cousins? Because she did look over to you to confirm that that's what she did. So I'm just curious how she did that.
No, she didn't look over him for confirmation. She looked over at her husband for support. Something you wouldn't know nothing about. Good pause. That mouth hangs open all the time.
At the BJ's, were you on the phone with her? How often do you guys
I'm speeding
speak?
you up. I can't
And how
handle
often
you.
do you guys have these 3-hour conversations?
Chipmunk time.
You know, is it a 3-hour conversation you regularly have?
Sorry, guys.
You know,
I
you
got
have
to. I can't
occasionally?
handle her tonight.
Was this just a spur of the moment? She was
Come
missing
on,
you so much
Mouse,
she wanted to stay on the
now
phone with you as
work
long as
for
she
me.
could? Were you guys like, hey, you know,
Oh,
I
this
love you. No, I
freaking
love
mouse.
you. No, I love you more. No, honey, I love you more. I'm gonna hang up now. No, I'm gonna hang up now. No, I'm gonna. Was that the way it
You're
was?
just jealous
I mean,
because
were you
you
guys
never had
not like that
anybody
after all
want
these
to
years,
talk
Chris?
to you.
Just curious. Just curious.
You're just jealous because you don't have nobody that would want to talk to you for 3 hours on the phone, Betty. You've never known that kind of love. That's really sad, really. When you think about it, that's really sad.
What else was done at the house? Who else visited over the house that you're aware of? What was Sebastian's state of mind that you're aware of? How often did they go to the Texas Roadhouse? What you know?
What does that doesn't matter. So if they go out to eat once a week, that does not matter. That has nothing to do with him being. You're an idiot.
Were there 2 weeks ago? Is there any relevance or truth to that? Oh, good questions,
God.
right? Because
No, it's not. It's not relevant
questions,
at all.
Right? Not accusatory questions. Like pretty
They're
simple
relevant
questions that any normal parent of a missing child could answer, in my opinion. What was Sebastian's state of mind? I'm an easy person to deal with. Very respectful.
He wasn't there, Betty.
But I have questions, and I know this case inside now.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I know this case literally inside and out.
No, you don't.
So you're gonna have questions. You're gonna have answers on top of answers.
No, you don't. All you know is what you see on the other goofball channels that you watch. You didn't go watch the factual part of it because you're not interested in anything that's factual.
Because I like the question why, right? Why? My favorite question in the whole world. Why?
Why what?
This is why I stopped shopping on
Why
Amazon.
did a teenager
and you
run
should
away?
Too.
Don't know.
Spend another
Why
dime
do
on
anyone run
Amazon
away?
until you watch.
Many are leaving this case. Yeah, but I'm not many. I'm Bullhorn Betty. See, I don't have pissing contests with people, and I don't care if my feelings get hurt.
Oh, yes, you do.
You know? So there's that. This kid needs justice. There's, you know, people can
Justice for what?
When we get into cases,
Justice for what? There's been no crime committed. No one's been charged. Justice for what exactly? From the shit you people have done? Yeah, maybe.
into cases, we don't really let them go, you know? Like even Layla Santinello. I mean, when we go back to Tennessee, we haven't really talked a whole lot about her.
What would I do if she showed up? When your nephew was missing? Take that bullhorn, shove it where the sun don't shine, stick her in a box and ship her ass back home. In all honesty, I could be a bitch. And I'd have no problems handling that piece of shit.
So much because this is kind of taking you know, the news waves. But when we go, every time I go into Tennessee, I go and search in her case. We never here on this channel ever really let our cases go until they are resolved through the court system. They're always in the back of our mind. We're always monitoring them. We're always providing, you know, even when these cases just go dormant for a while, we're always checking. Even Michael Monkey Bond, he's on my regular searches. Literally on my regular searches. Every morning I check to see if there's any new news on Michael Monkey Bond, right? Last news article was from March 2024. See it every morning I look in it. We never ever really get rid of cases on this channel until they're resolved.
So you call that helping and searching because you look for a news article? Oh, Lord have mercy.
And we don't really, and then after they're resolved, if you've noticed, I don't really do, 1 year, 2 year and stuff like that, because I think that people just need to rest. That's just my personal, if something comes up and we want to look back and say, wow, it's been, 3, 4 years, since this happened. And, we have this other case, maybe we need to revisit this. There's that. But it looks like Chris had a lot to say to Bullhorn Betty, right? He had a lot to say. I'm going to stay on here and talk because we've only been on here for 11 minutes in case he wants to brush his teeth or comb his hair, maybe put a suit and tie on for Bullhorn Betty. We know he likes to flirt with women in front of his wife,
Oh my
so he might just be trying to put, freshen up a little bit. But I'd love to hear a story, if I'm wrong, show me where I'm wrong. Because if they can answer my questions and explain them
too, Cheryl.
well enough that it makes me have doubt, then I'll get off their case because then I'll start looking down
One way
the road.
ticket
But
tomorrow.
right now, the way my brain works is we have a child. This child was in their home, okay?
Mhm.
Let me look right at the camera. So everybody knows. I got my real face on, right? So we have a boy that went to bed, allegedly. Went to bed
She really
at 9
thinks
o'clock,
she's
allegedly.
something.
There was a thud, allegedly. Nobody checked on this child, allegedly. Okay? Mom wakes up in the morning at 6 a.m., allegedly. Why do I keep saying allegedly? Because nobody can confirm this stinking information. There were 2 people in the house, 1 person is gone, and 1 person is there giving us a story.
Mhm.
That does not make this girl feel comfortable, warm, or fuzzy. Especially when we dive into that same person's background and find a litany of child abuse. Which,
No, you
I'm sorry,
haven't.
but some of the most deranged and sadistic people that we know that walked and breathed on this earth come from a path and a past of major child abuse, similar to what Katie is going through. Now, you don't have to take my word for it. You can look it up. Start with Jeffrey Dahmer,
Hey,
Ted Bundy.
Steve.
So, I got problems and I got questions here. And the only thing I've been getting is somebody coming into my chat, throwing a couple statements up and never really answering the questions. And here's the real for you. You can't sue somebody for talking about a case.
Oh, but you can sue somebody for defamation and slander. Betty, you called that man a murmurer. You said he murmured his stepson. I know, I reviewed it.
Sue somebody for their opinions on the case. You will be spinning your wheels and wasting your time, but if you really want to bark up that tree, I will give you a run
Hey,
for your
Ben
money.
Greg.
But be prepared to turn over your computers and your text messages, because I will prove that everything I've said
You're right, true
was
song.
likely true. Nothing but questions, Lee. Nothing but questions.
That
What door
are
do you guys think
irrelevant.
on a normal weekend.
Your
What is-
questions are stupid. It doesn't matter how many times they ate at the steakhouse. It doesn't matter if Ellie and the neighbors were friendly with each other.
Your normal weekend. Well, Chris, when you're home, what does your normal weekend look like with the family? Do you guys go fishing? Do you do
He
yard work?
wasn't
Because your
home.
neighbors
It don't
having one
matter.
Bullhorn Betty, that when you
It doesn't matter. He wasn't there.
come home, it's usually balls to the walls. That all you do is come home and work your ass off around the house. That's what I heard. Doesn't seem like a very happy, jovial life for you to be working your ass off on the cranes all week and to come home. And when you do come home, you gotta mow the yard, clean the house, do all this, clean that.
Why, Betty? That's what people do on the weekends that work real jobs during the week. Oh, thank you for renewing, Patricia. Wow, you've been here for 7 months. Thank you so much. Oh, and by the way, Patricia Burns is a new co-mod. Anyway, Betty, you wouldn't have a clue because you don't work a job. My husband works all week long. Guess what he does on the weekends, Betty? He cuts the grass, paints the pool deck, fixes whatever list I have for him. Well, sometimes he fixes the list. I gotta be honest. Sometimes he doesn't get to it. But he'll help me with the kids. He'll do some laundry. Hell, he'll even do some dishes. He'll cook. I mean, what normal, well, you can't say normal, but what people do that work real jobs, those are the kind of things you got to do on the weekends when you're off. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Betty?
You don't even get a minute edgewise for yourself, do you, Chris?
No, you usually don't when you're
Pizza
a
Hut
parent.
just changed the combo game with the
But then again, you wouldn't know nothing about that either, Betty.
new
Saturdays are crazy mornings because my daughter has her dances and it's it's a whole thing. But like I said, that's stuff you wouldn't know nothing about.
My Hut Box. Starting at $6.99, it's the ultimate.
That pizza looks
I bet your
gross.
break is the weekends you
Looks
stay.
like
in your
somebody
camp.
took
that
a
truly
shit
is
on
your
it.
downtime, isn't it? Got questions, Chris. They're not accusatory. They're just trying to.
They're
I'm just
not
trying to come to
good
Jesus.
questions.
That's what
They're
I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to come to
stupid
Jesus.
and
Bring me to
irrelevant.
Jesus, Chris. Bring me to Jesus. Tell me what happened. Because everything I've been hearing hasn't been
Patricia,
answering any of my
thank
questions. I've been watching.
you.
See, Chris, I've been watching all your interviews.
Hey, everybody.
I've been
Welcome
listening to your voice really, really, really close.
Patricia.
I've been trying to find all of my answers, so I don't have to bother you, right? I'm hoping that you just start answering my questions on it so I can start filling in my question lists, right? But the questions that I had a month ago, I still have today. That's a problem for me. We shouldn't be having these issues a month later, 2 months later. These questions in this black book, Chris, I know you're watching because you're in my chat. This right here, I prepared 2 months ago.
No, Betty,
I was
he's
reading
not
out
watching you. If anything, he popped in there to tell you to shut up. But he don't sit and watch you. I'd bet money on that.
I prepared 2 months ago and still haven't answered them yet. I keep them in here because whenever I'm listening, if I know one of my answers is being answered, I write it in here. So I have all my answers in one little place, right? So I say, this is the answer, this is the answer. Why aren't they answering this question? Why are you guys so reluctant and resistant to answer whether you guys felt that Sebastian was overstimulated that weekend? What is a normal weekend? What is Sebastian? What activities has? Because obviously he's had an episode where he was overstimulated when you guys had him in your care. So what overstimulated him?
You.
What overstimulated him in those instances? So again, I'm just trying to find some background information. I'm just trying to find out. But you know what? If you want to be off the record, Chris, just go to your messenger. You can talk to me in messenger. If you don't even want to talk to me in messenger, call me. Okay? Here in the state of Florida, it's illegal for me to record your call. So you don't have to worry about that. All right?
Don't trust
now when I get to Tennessee and you have a
still
conversation,
record you.
it's all over the crime. And actually, I don't know. Because the two states, to be honest with you, I don't really know the laws between the two states. Might be perfectly legal for me to record you here in the state of Florida since you're in Tennessee anyways. But I'm just going to give you my word that I'm not going to. Okay? I have no reason.
Oh.
Now, if you text me and write me text messages and shit like that in the messenger, I don't clear them out. Okay, I'll be honest with you on that as well. I don't clear them out. So if you don't want anything in my possession, custody, and control, you are going to want to speak to me personally as opposed to text messages. Just say it. Just say it. But I have no reason to catch you in something. I have no reason to catch you off guard. I don't need the aha moment. I'm not looking for the aha moment.
You are.
I'm looking for the truth, and I'm looking for the right people to place my anger and animosity toward. And right now, the people that are looking good for this is Chris and Katie Proudfoot.
Chris wasn't
there. I don't
there.
even have to say, in my opinion. Chris, I surely do not. I bet you if you call your attorney, they'll tell you that. I can tell you, your mouth, your attorney, and your money do not scare Bullhorn Betty whatsoever.
Oh, you're scared, Betty. You're nervous as hell because you know you got on here and you have outright called that man a murderer. And I'm going in the yellow for that. So this stream will not be monetized. But it's worth it to say it to you. You called that man a murderer. You sure did. You said it as a matter of fact. I have the video. Maybe Chris should have it too.
You can ask anybody. Go ask your BFF. She got an attorney. Go ask him how scared and shaking in the boots I am because he's knocking on my door. It ain't happening.
Oh, you're scared.
Ain't
You're
happening.
worried. Most of your case got thrown out, Betty. Got dismissed. And what's left will get dismissed as well. And then you're going to be paying in the countersuit. Trust and believe that. You lied to your subs and your chat about what happened in court. And I called it the minute you went live and I reviewed it. You didn't even use an intro. You never do that, Betty. You never come and talk about the case like you did. You were trying to cushion the blow, try to get ahead of the truth. And it didn't work. You lied and lied and lied. Usual.
All right, guys. Well, I guess Chris doesn't want to come up. I guess he's got his feelings hurt. Actually, he doesn't want to answer
No, he doesn't want nothing to do with trash like you.
How they're the best parents in the whole world and all this other stuff. But every time they have an opportunity to prove that they're not cowards, that they are willing to, put stuff on the line.
You so jelly.
Go back to my interviews, Chris, if you're concerned about that. I don't do shit like that.
Oh,
just don't do it.
Betty. Nobody wants to talk to you. Nobody wants to talk to you. You are so butthurt that you can't get none of them to come on your channel, but old Tony boy. And he won't even come on YouTube. He wants you to do it on TikTok. You know why? Because the TikTok lives go away as soon as you end them. That's why Tony does TikTok. You haven't figured that out yet, Betty? Believe me, Betty. They don't like you either. They're using your dumb ass.
Or calling you derogatory names. Now, let me back that up. You pull that crap like you did on Web Sleuths? Oh, no.
One small blessing, no
let me break this down.
soundboard.
You pull that shit on Web Sleuths, I'm not going to coddle you at all. I'll tell you to get bit very respectfully. We'll bless my little heart. Believe that.
Oh, no, you wouldn't.
In the most Christian way possible, which isn't very Christian because I'm half holy, half hood. Just say it. Just say it. But you keep it real, I'll keep it real. Keep it real.
Oh, she's so
All right, guys. Well,
tough
Chris had a lot to
behind
say in
that
the chat. I think it was
screen.
him, but we went and checked it out, and that account was from 2020. But you never know. We do have trolls here that like to impersonate people. So was it Chris? Was it not Chris? I guess we'll never know. We definitely gave them an opportunity to come up here, answer some questions, and explain to Bullhorn Betty what she got wrong. Where am I wrong? Right?
Oh, you got
We
everything
give people
wrong.
opportunities. This is my theory. This is what I believe happened based upon the information I have. And if Chris, if I got it wrong, what's wrong? Tell me. Right?
Everything.
I won't know until somebody tells me because I'm in Florida, right? I'm just doing all this little keyboard warrior, armchair detective stuff right here in Florida. I don't know what I'm doing. Never done this
You're
before
right.
a day in my life. I know nothing. But you know what? You can school me. I'm
Go
happy to give
sign
some
a
information. I'm
DNA.
happy to process it. I'm happy to apply it to my theory.
Since you call it a DNA, go sign a DNA, Betty. I mean, you don't even need paralegal school to know what an NDA is, Betty. It's not a DNA, you dumb dits. But maybe you should sign one.
You know? Happy to do that. Because, you know, I know I'm not the smartest person in the world. I know. I know I'm not. I don't try to be. I just try to be me. All right, guys. We gave him an opportunity. He decided to put his tail between his legs.
Yeah, you
and
have to
run off.
download
So hopefully
it.
maybe,
But
you
I
know, he'll
mean, like,
process this. He'll realize I'm
for
not
the
trying.
public, like for us, they do. Because Betty downloads hers and it takes her forever because she complains about it all the time. And she's got to upload it to YouTube. Yeah, but I mean, like, for the public, you can't go back and replay.
Trying to bite him in the butt, right? Really not. Just trying to get some information because you can talk to Don Wells, and one thing he will tell you about me is I truly am trying to find his daughter.
No, you're
And
not.
he can tell you that I am.
You're
bullhead.
truly trying to
Heart's in the right
find
spot.
her with all the lies and attacks on the parents and all the lies you told and the way you went there, got the man fired from a job and carried on like a freaking idiot. You mucked up that case so bad, having all these frivolous calls into TBI. Are you kidding me? You didn't help one bit in Summer's case. Betty, you haven't helped in any case. Who have you ever helped find? Name one. You can't. Because you haven't. You haven't helped nothing but your little tubby ass.
And if you truly are trying to find your child, you're going to want me on your side because I am a fighter, right? And I'll do what it takes. I'll be out
You're
there
a
long after your
muzzle,
story's
yeah.
done. Long after it stops and hitting those main
DNR.
titles, and, you know, all the clicks and
Yeah.
views, you'll see Bullhorn Betty. It'll be right up here.
That's right. It's not a DNA. It's a DNR. I know. I have plenty of people sign them before. I know what they are. But you got it wrong. Did you sign a DNR?
Your ass. Not going nowhere. You know, I'm like herpes. You can't see him all the time, but every now and again,
Oh,
come back up.
yeah,
Like
you're a
Shawarma.
herpy, all right.
I guess it's better than chlamydia.
Yeah. Oh my God! Now she just says she's chlamydia. I can't. Oh, that's probably the most truth she's ever spoken in her life.
We're gonna get banned off YouTube.
Good.
I could be gonorrhea. We could just ride you straight up, you know, right up the old kisser
I
there,
mean,
Chris. Just saying. It could be a lot more painful. It could be a lot more painful.
If
just
I
a
go
mild
missing,
colonoscopy.
please do not
No
put
big deal.
Bullhorn Betty on
I
the
promise you,
case.
no big deal. You
I
got this, babe.
promise.
You got this. And besides that, I think you can handle me. I think you can handle me. I'm just saying.
Oh,
And, you
honey,
know, all the
Chris
STDs
would
are
chew
fine. I
you
think
up
they
and
cover me.
spit you
I'm not that
out
evil.
with no effort.
This is an educational video on, sexually transmitted diseases. It's called "Don't Piss Bullhorn Betty Off" because you never know what she's going to become. It's going to be this. It's going to be that. I don't know.
No, it's because Bullhorn Betty is one of them diseases. Hey, Woodstock.
I don't know. Depends on whether I want to ride you or not. Okay, guys, I'm getting off the rails. You guys have an amazing day. We gave Chris an opportunity to come up here, you know, give us a few minutes of his time. If he really wanted to get some stuff off his chest, I truly believe he would. There's nothing that's going to stop that man. It doesn't look like he's scared of some Bullhorn Betty, okay? Or saying something. So it was either
Is that
it was
sped
either
up
not
too
him,
fast?
or it was he just felt like coming in here and saying, you know what, with the whole lawsuit thing, I kind of felt that was a little trolly. You know, I really think that was an old account, probably a partner, an ex-partner of mine. I don't know. He's sitting in a hospital bed and has nothing better to do. I don't know. But you know, you never know. Chris Proudfoot may have been in the chat.
Blaming
Maybe
it
not.
on
The account was from 2020.
JLR?
Could have been troll account. Could have been somebody else. But we did give him an opportunity to come up here and clear his name, and answer some questions. Some really benign questions, by the way. Like really benign questions. So I just like to know what happened that morning, and I'd like to know if they dusted footprints, especially on that front door, because I'm curious about that because I really don't think they did. And we know Katie's a freaking clean freak, so the prints would have been on there. Right? They've probably been the only fingerprints on that door now. I doubt people go in and out of that door very often. It doesn't look like it. Just my personal opinion. I bet you I'm right about that. All right, Chris. Old pal. Buddy, old pal. All right, guys. We'll see you soon. God bless and take care. Oh, let me go over here. Sorry, I didn't even see this. 92 days. KP, where's Sebastian? Thank you, Pebbles, for keeping Sebastian's name alive. And Jen says, come on up. Come on down, Chris Proudfoot. Come on down. We haven't even seen him in the chat, have we? He just ran
Okay, I can't.
away. All right, well, there you go. We gave him an opportunity. He decided to run off. So there you have it. Can't handle the bullhorn Betty. All right, guys, I love you and God bless. Now we'll see you later.
Okay. There was one even worse than this. Did I have that sped up too fast, guys? Could you even understand her? Because no one told me different, so I didn't turn it down. But I had her sped up pretty fast. Oh, there's more lives than this. She did like, I think, 6 in total. It's unbelievable. But I don't want to watch any more Betty tonight. I'll save her for tomorrow. Because I just want to choke her. I'm in that kind of mood. Okay. The T-Rev dude. We're going to pick up where we left off. With his little buddy, his co-host, this is Smoke. Oh, did I put Scooter instead of Smoke in the title? I don't even remember. I made the thumbnail so damn fast, I just threw one together. I wasn't even going to use one, but I better check it. I better check it. Oh. I don't know. I'm not going to speed these guys up that fast because I don't know. Tell me if it's too fast, guys. But I am going to speed them up because.
But I just want to reiterate real quick. I thought when she sent that message, I thought it was about Sebastian because it said urgent. So.
Yeah, that's what people were blowing me up to tell me to say that about. I mean, I get it. It was encouraging. I'm not mad at that woman whatsoever, so don't take it that way. But and I do always give people a chance to speak in a voice. But yeah, I don't know about that. I've listened to everything she said, as I always do. I listen to what everybody has to say. So, man,
no comment.
This is. Let me see. There was another thing that I wanted to talk about. I'm trying to remember it. Back to that message last night. We saw him in bed. We saw what he was wearing. Like, that's another thing. We saw what he was wearing in bed that night.
The keyword we.
The keyword we. Exactly. The keyword we. Yeah, if he would have gone out the window, we would have heard him.
Now, had they ever came back and said anything about if
no,
that,
that's not the key word. When you're married and you have a partner, you talk like that. That doesn't mean anything. That's not a key word. But, you know, when you have a 3rd grade education and you're only 3 foot tall, I guess to you that is it. Oh, 2 geniuses sitting here.
We're past it. What did you say about the doors? The what was locked?
Have they ever came back and said and counted that all windows were locked? All windows? Now, I know they said all doors were locked. What about windows?
Oh, you must be talking about... Hold up 1 second. I know what you're talking about. And I kind of want to go back to this. Let's revisit it, y'all. 1 second.
And say we did.
No. It's this one right here. You'll see in 1 second. It's actually the dispatch.
Okay, well, I don't.
I agree with you, Katie Bug. I don't know why people would be rude. I mean, if you feel... I get it. You can speak your mind. It is what it is. But I wouldn't let nobody disrespect.
You're the only call-in show that I've ever seen that actually has to call people. Instead of people calling you, you call people. You know, like the lady that told you was a prophet last night. Honey, you're not a prophet. Don't even worry about that.
Like you, if you were calling it.
You should do like Betty and sign a DNA. Yes, I know what I'm saying. Betty calls it a DNA. So we're going to go with that. You know, she's the legal genius. And she calls it a DNA. I think she meant a DNR, but she calls it a DNA. You probably don't know the difference either. You know, you wear them knit caps too tight, and that's what happens.
When I say you, I'm talking about you who are watching. I want to let people do that to you or try to pull you down. So just be mindful that everybody thinks differently and has different things. Like, she thought it was urgent, and that's okay. And maybe it is to her, or maybe it is in general. Shout out to her. Candace says, please get the map to Julia if she doesn't have it yet.
Good. Who?
You've tried? Oh, okay.
Oh, the mapping lady. Boy, his
Well,
new
here we
girlfriend got a
go.
lot to say in the background, don't you?
Candace, you're right though. Thank you, Candace. Denise said this fire you have channeled towards your mission is the voiceless. You have an amazing soul, and we all love you and want the best for you. Thank you, Denise. Thank you. Mac, let me get through these so we can continue watching this. I don't want to.
Look, I'm going to start being like Brittany J and like T-Rev here. I'm going to smooth you guys over with the love bombs and the woe is me. I'm such a victim. So y'all can, start wheeling out the money like they get. But I will not contact you privately for money. I draw the line there. I'm going to have to study them, though, to know how to do it, because I'm not good at that kind of stuff. Yes, Chris isn't scared. Betty was worried. And there's a worse live than that one. That was just one of 6 or 7 she did today.
Make you guys feel like I'm not reading them. T-Rev, you are a fighter. Fight for Sebastian.
I just
Thank you,
can't
Mac.
do Betty anymore tonight.
And that's what it's been about the whole entire time. Gypsy Trail says, do we not see that Seth wants FBI? Why? Can we see why? If he's in New Mexico, you find FBI, or you need FBI. Whose family lives there? Nina? Now we know Seth did help her and witnesses.
In New Mexico? What?
Please look deeper of the reasons. Gypsy Trails has been on to this Nina thing for a while. I do remember Gypsy calling in one day and she said, I think Nina has him.
Yeah, but
allegedly. Everything you hear is allegedly. What's your thoughts on that, Smoke?
If Nina did have her, then no matter what, for what allegedly for any, no matter what reason she could possibly have him, she committed a felony. So technically, she got herself in trouble too. Doesn't matter the reason that she could possibly have him. If she does have him, and it is proven that she does, and they do find it, she's in trouble. So,
Phoenix, welcome. Mavida Loca, welcome.
Wow, Smoke is smart.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
He's
Like
the
when
smart one out
she
of
said
the
it to me,
two,
like with the Nina
we're
thing,
in
I'm
trouble.
like, come on, Nina, like they're at war. You got to think, Chris and that woman are at war. She was up there for like almost what? I don't know how long, completely telling this story play by play. In case it's like
no,
like you mentioned the other day.
Did you use those ears and actually listen to the Nina interview? Because there was a lot missing out of that interview. What was it missing? Was character assassination. Just saying.
They a crisis actor now. I don't know. Allegedly.
They are some crisis actors, bro. They are.
I don't know. You said there is a thing. What? You said there is a thing called possessed by demons. Oh, we know that. If you're not saved, and she became saved, so then the demons can't stay. But she could have meant that she's led them to Christ, the people that hurt her.
Okay, I'll do better reading this comment than he is. There's a thing called possession. Possessed by demons. If you're not saved. And she became saved. So then the demons can't stay. They got to go somewhere. But she could have meant that she led them to Christ. The people that hurt her.
Rhonda Jane said.
This whole chat's filled.
She is huge. You said she's in huge trouble if she does, along with anyone that knew. I don't know. I just remember her calling in with that theory, and that's kind of what I was touching up on.
She would not have Sebastian, because if she had Sebastian, she would lose custody of Faith, and she's not going to do
that. Why would she go on Trevor Lee's channel and talk about how CP backhand Faith in the mouth and busted her lip open and all these different things?
He ain't no cat.
If you know what I mean? Why?
Does he have like 30 bracelets on? Probably.
I mean, I can understand where some people could think she could possibly have Sebastian.
They look like sweatbands. You know them wristbands, sweatbands? He reminds me of like an 80s bebopper.
Like, I mean, it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't help her in her long run. It would only help CP.
Exactly.
Why would she want to do that?
Yeah, that's the part I was just, when she had brought that theory up, I'm like, I don't see it.
Well, see, I'm curious to find out. They mentioned something about the doors being locked. What about the windows? Had the windows been mentioned? Yeah, all windows were locked.
What about the flickering lights in the windows too, from reported by a neighbor earlier on? What about the breakdown of, which again is why it looked weird to a lot of people from the public? Why would you say things about you think we put them in concrete? No, this is how you would do it. Like were things being talked about in that manner? Let me find that. What was it? This one? So
look, quit making it more than what it is. All right. Stop. Wow, it's so muggy out here. Quit making it more than what it is, you little imp.
Yes, I am confirming that the dogs had a scent that led to the construction site. No signs or evidence reveal Sebastian was there. Please keep in mind that dog tracking isn't as credible as you think. The idea that someone hurt Sebastian and threw him in a wet, fresh, paved driveway is funny. To bury a body in concrete, it would need to be at least.
He was answering a question. People were saying that that's what happened to Sebastian. So he was responding. It's that simple. But when you're a simpleton, it goes right over your head, even with that knit cap on.
He's 12 inches thick.
Do you know that wearing caps all the time will cause your hair to come out? You do know that, right? I'm just letting you know.
And secondly, you have to smooth out the concrete and finish it before it dried. All of that is done while the concrete is
the windows were covered way back.
That right there. Okay, now we might be on something with that.
Oh, you
So
might?
it says, yes, I am confirming the dogs had a scent that led to the construction site. Who was at the construction site? Chris and construction workers. Have all been cleared? Have all construction workers been cleared? Because
No,
they haven't.
it wasn't Chris's construction site. He didn't work that site. He worked 3.5 hours away. Nice try, though. Simpleton.
Was he at the
Hey,
construction
Debbie.
site? That's news to me. Allegedly.
Well, he said he was in Memphis, right?
Yeah, that's news to me. I didn't know he's saying in general that law enforcement confirmed there was a scent of Sebastian.
Right.
It led to the construction site.
Right.
So that right there, Cash. I don't think he worked there or anything. Allegedly, I don't know nothing. I didn't hear nothing about that.
No. But what I'm saying is, if there's a scent of Sebastian that led to the construction site, that means that there's a trail, which would mean that if it led to the construction site, Chris had been currently there working, and that also.
No, you stupid ass. He was not currently there working. It wasn't his construction site, you dumb shit. It's where they're building new houses in the development they're in. It's a new development. Did that beer go to your brain?
There were construction workers working. Have all construction workers
Ask him
been
the
vetted and
name of
cleared?
Saint. Oh, he couldn't.
Because if they haven't been, he could
But
possibly
he
been
thinks
abducted
he's
by
a
one of
prophet
them.
now.
And that's okay. Now I get that. And that's a possibility. Him being abducted is a possibility. If he left on foot, it is a possibility. But to think that just this night, I don't know, maybe was it targeted, but we don't even know a direction or anything or what way he was taken. We know he's gone, allegedly, from the house. Some people believe he's still at the house.
JC Roll of Wonder says you can't be at two construction sites at once. No, you can't, but you can leave your phone at one and be physically at another.
That's a good point. You can, yeah, and also there's things called burners phones too, which is really the same
Hey,
thing. He said he didn't walk nowhere, in my opinion. Get real.
I don't think he did either.
I mean, is it possible that he did? Yeah, it is possible, but no, I don't think he left that night. What would make a difference that night for him to leave when he's never left, or it's never been reported that he left or ran away or walked out or anything like that?
He's 15.
None.
He's a
None.
teenager.
Hold on, let me pull this up. Damn, people are calling like, wow, that's crazy. I didn't realize that many people were calling. Let me see.
Well,
I can't play that. I would play.
Calling. Why are you calling people? If you got people calling in, why are you not answering? Why are you calling people? See, you don't make no sense, dude. You know, your little 3-foot self is really confused, I think. Do you know the difference between an incoming and an outgoing call? Just asking. Because you've been making the calls, dude. Remember, you called a lady that said you a prophet.
Play it, but you say your number in there. You said it's why if he doesn't, why Steph?
They set up a YouTube.
You said your number. Sorry, I would, but you said your number.
Oh, you know what? We've been saying for 2 months now that they were going to come up with a YouTube channel.
Yep, there it is right there.
Sorry, but he likes the attention and all the money he's getting. And you know, don't tell me that he don't. And don't tell me that there's not other parents of missing that takes advantage of it. I seen one of the ones that Betty covers, one of the adults that's missing. I seen the mom still hot and heavy on TikTok grifting away. Just saying.
Central to 4780 Morning Call. Juvenile left his son at the house. The mother is driving around looking for him in the Victoria Place subdivision, and she is driving a baby blue Infiniti.
What's going on?
What's your thought on that?
Okay, so someone just said something about you guys are talking about the construction site behind the house, correct?
Yes.
Okay, well, look.
All right,
Yes.
look, I gotta do it. I still have the Spirit Box app. I gotta do it. God forgive me for this, but I gotta do it. I gotta ask. I don't think I deleted it. Nope, here it is. I gotta ask. I gotta know. We'll see. Okay. All right. No, that's the wrong app. Or wait, maybe it isn't. Yeah, it is. Okay, wait a minute. I downloaded so many of them to find the right one. There's 100 of these freaking apps. It's unbelievable how many of these apps. See, these things don't go away though. It's like, no, I don't want to click back. I don't want that one. I want the one I was talking to with traders. AI Spirit Box. Is that it? No, that's the one you type the question. There's an AI Spirit Box that you type your questions into. I don't want to. What the hell does clone phone mean? What the hell would I want to clone my phone for? Jesus. Oh, here it is. Radio Spirit Box. Okay. We're going to ask it a couple questions about T-Rev. And we'll see. I don't want to update right now. No, I don't want to update right now. Cancel. No. I don't want AI security. Your phone protection is outdated. So what? I don't want it. Not from any stupid app, I don't. Are you kidding me? I don't want that. It's telling me I have to do an update that I don't want to do. I'm not downloading that from... Nope, not doing it. Nope. Okay, there we go. Got rid of it. God, even I'm not stupid enough to fall for that shit. Come on, load. You're taking forever. Okay, now I'm going to ask Spirit. Spirit, is T-Rev really a prophet? Oh, I got to turn volume up. That might help. Spirit, is T-Rev really a prophet? I heard why. Okay, here, I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm just not going to show you my face, but I'll show you the app real quick. Okay. See it, guys? See it? Can you see it? There's the Spirit Box app we are using. Same one we used the other night. Okay. I don't have no makeup on and my hair is not done. So, don't want to show my face. But anyway. Alright. Back to T-Rev. Alright, wait. One more question. Spirit. Does T-Rev's Spirit Box really work? Guess not. Okay. Nope. It said nope. Okay. Spirit, please tell us why T-Rev is wearing a winter hat indoors with a t-shirt. Funny? It said funny? Oh my. Spirit, is smoke really a smoke? Yeah, it said yeah. Okay, I'm done playing with the spirit box. We'll get back into the video. Oh my God, these people. And see how, and people fall for that. And people give these people mad money for using that shit. All you gotta do is go to Google Play, and you can download 150 different spirit boxes. And these people are making money.
In the neighborhood know that Chris works for a construction company.
No.
So when you have a known construction worker in the area,
You're
around
kidding
a
me.
construction site in the neighborhood, how do they not know that Chris?
That is new information. Boom, mic drop. We did not know he works construction. Make the spirit box sign the DNA. I'm gonna make a thumbnail for Betty tomorrow, and I'm gonna put that in there. I'm not gonna let her live that down. Yeah, I have it, Debbie. We're gonna play it here in a minute. I have the last 2 nights that he was on TikTok.
Wasn't going there allegedly to make people think that he could possibly be working on that construction site. Since he is a construction worker, he's trying to fit in the scene as much as possible.
You're kidding. We didn't know that.
Elijah dealt with the cult that sacrificed children. I mean, sacrifices.
That is breaking news. We did not know that.
I got her number too. Isn't her car or her car like silver? It said baby blue Infinity, right? Isn't that what it said? Baby blue Infinity, Smoke?
Baby blue Infinity.
Right there.
Sit there and see what's going on. Still on search of the residence.
The search is already starting. Law enforcement's on it at 6:45. They're out there, and Katie and everybody was out there searching. There's no telling what family members that pulled up. I heard CP's mom did.
We'll go from there.
And that was it. That was it.
Check don't hold up. Just see
Station ER, Thunder on 745.
Uncle Muddy, do you see any footprints, anything? Couldn't have any shoes.
There's footprints. He's like, I do got some footprints right here.
Well,
Maybe these footprints are Sebastian's footprints, and police haven't shared that with people. To say,
think about what Chris said. What Chris said to the first interview. I was 3 hours away at my job site. Okay. Well, so if he was in Memphis 3 hours away at a job site,
3.5.
3 hours to get from his doorstep to the
3.5.
his other doorstep. If he had left and came to the house to pick up Sebastian, allegedly, by the time he got back, it would have been 6 o'clock, the same time that Katie called Chris and reported Sebastian missing. 3 hours. He would have been there by 3 a.m., picked the boy up, went back, said 6.
The problem with that is he was on the job site at 5:45. And it's 3.5 hours. Providing you don't hit no traffic or nothing. You don't need to stop for gas or go to the bathroom or anything else. But he was on the job site at 5:45. And also, I'm sure law enforcement has already pinged the hell out of his phone in his vehicle. Just saying.
She said shoe. Oh, you said they said shoe, but it said footprints right here. Some, what was it? Shoe before? Let's run it back a little bit. Any shoes? Okay, hold up.
Red has them on 745.
Next big track back up. Going into the construction site over here, back towards the beach.
Yeah, he worries about everybody else's kids but his own. You're true.
Couldn't have any shoes. I do have
Their footprint or their shoes. You would think it. I mean, that footprint could mean shoes too, though. Doesn't mean you could just a footprint.
Could have been anybody's footprint. Could have been Joe Blow's on the corner. Could have been a homeless person. You don't know. You just don't know.
It's a footprint, whether it's barefooted or not. What you would have said, it looked like right here is somebody's bare feet been in the mud. You figure you would say that rather than I do have some footprints.
Looks. Wait a minute, dude. What grade did you graduate? Did you graduate high school? Did you attend elementary school? Do you know the difference between a footprint and a shoe print? You know, if you use spirit boxes, you should know that. You know, a footprint, a bare footprint, is going to be different than a shoe print. Just so you know.
So maybe he's just speaking off of that. You said need to start crawling.
Oh, shut
right there
up.
where you're standing. Footprints in some of the softer dirt.
What is wrong with that smoke, dude?
Hold up.
He's different.
Footprints in some of the softer dirt. Headed straight this way on the track that he was running.
What?
Thanks for coming in,
Why did I
Athena.
miss this? I've watched it like 50 times and I missed that part. I gotta hear that one more time. No shoes, just footprints.
Oh, I'm not bringing the
dug
spirit
into
box
it.
back out.
Next lady straight from her tank.
He's talking about the
This
dog.
isn't
dug
a
into
spirit
it.
box. This is actually recording from 911. This was the officers talking.
Okay, maybe it was the track that the dog. Maybe it was the track that the dog was running. But
And then he said he meant that actually the dog
This
dug
dude's
into.
smoke is different.
The dog dug into it like it's trying to dig.
yeah, maybe it is the dog. I think you're right. I think
Motor
you're right
City
about that being the
dog.
dog digging into it. The dog was running and
Now,
dove into the water.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, the dog dove in
Thought
there.
of something. Did
No, they
Katie
don't.
ever
Motor
say
City.
how long the phone call was with Chris? She say 3 hours.
3 hours. 3 hours.
So 3 hours. So if you think about it, that would be almost enough time and some change for him to get back to his location. On the he
Dude,
was on a
don't
phone
you
call
work or not
while
to smoke?
heading back to
Or is it just
where
your
he was
wife?
going.
Who?
Chris.
Interesting. That 3 hour phone call that night, and if you listen to Peter Hyatt, I don't know if you guys have went and watched Peter Hyatt, but you know, and again, everything you hear here is allegedly. If you haven't heard it from law enforcement, it is absolutely not true. We speculate, we talk about things, but it's never a fact. In case I'm telling you it's a fact, or reading off of documents those facts. Peter Hyatt, when going and listening to this guy who's trained homicide investigators and people all across the country of America that we live in, when he's a deception detector, all that stuff, right? He says he thinks that
Good night, Athena.
KP
Get some
invited in
rest.
CP that night, and that's what that 3 hour phone call was about. When you hear something like that, Smoke, what does that say to you from somebody who is a deception detection instructor? Or I'm probably not even saying it right, but I do know
I got
that
questions
he
for him
has trained
too.
several training
Um,
classes.
No, prove it.
Experience and training people to detect
Heck,
deception.
I could get on here and change my channel description and say that I've trained thousands of people on how to do trachs or how to put a chest tube in. That don't make it so. I mean, I know how to do that stuff, but I've trained people in CPR, but I've never trained anybody in how to put a chest tube in. But I put chest tubes in. I hate doing it because, you know, they're not the most pleasant thing in the world for the patient. A trach, they don't know. You know. But a chest tube, most times they know.
If he's seen it, then something isn't adding up.
Okay.
3 is the whole. Yeah, pretty weird, man.
There's a few footprints in some of the softer dirt.
Hold on a second. Someone in the chat said smoke, don't do it. Don't do what? Someone in the chat said smoke, don't do it. Don't do what? Don't. I'm confused.
Who said that? I don't see him. 3 hours and 37 minutes. Doorstep to doorstep drop. He's a statement analyst. Yeah, no, I've looked him up. I've seen the stuff that he does in Liverpool. So when I go, that's where I like to go to educate myself on just.
Oh, honey, you don't.
From somebody who was a
yourself.
professional in that area and reads people, I had to go and listen to him, and
Okay,
I found it
well,
very
he was totally wrong and totally off. There's that. You know, there's that little fact.
educational. He was on it to me. What Chris said, law enforcement has their phone records. Well, I was told day 2 they handed all their phones over.
Do we have a picture yet?
Heat sig is from the helicopter, I believe. But also Heather, who had sat down with that Sumner County Sheriff's Office, they brought up they used the same exact thing that they used in Cavalcante. And I was familiar with that. I got familiar with that during Cavalcante. That's how they got Cavalcante. The
You
same
work
thing
in
that
the
they
OR,
used to
you
search
do all
in
kind
that
of fun
5 to
things.
10 mile radius from the home in all directions. Cavalcante. They used the same thing for Sebastian in this case to try to find him. And this was what? This was on that morning.
You know, just because I've done a chest tube and I've done drakes. Hell, one time I used a freaking pen. But, you know, I took the pen apart and used, you know, you do what you gotta do. But, you know, doesn't mean I know what the hell I'm doing. You know, you can make statements all day long. Doesn't mean you know what the hell you're doing. Hell, I probably did 50,000 IVs, but that don't mean I know what I'm doing.
So we can't say that they weren't on it.
Ooh, the best IVs, though, are the ones in the fingers. Them are bitches to get. But sometimes, you know, you gotta get them where you can get them. Go under them now. Ooh, painful little bitches, too.
Break that. We cannot say that the police weren't on it if they had this helicopter out there day 1.
Really?
You feel if he would have got away on foot that night, right? If he got away that night on foot, he leaves. Katie goes in there. He's gone at 6 a.m. If he really left on foot, I feel like that helicopter would have found him. If he was in the open. Now, if he's in a house or something, then we're talking a whole different story. But I'm saying in general, if he did leave on foot and he's out there and he's lost, but he's gone because he just whatever at home he wanted to get away from, I'd really 100% feel like that helicopter would have found him in case he was inside of something where he wasn't being detected. It was a mannequin in the woods. I remember that part, Kate. I do remember that. Kelly says, hello, everyone. I'm in Miramar Beach. Beautiful. My phone is about to die. Forget my iPhone charger. Miramar. I can't stand that map, but I don't know where Miramar is. I'm talking about Miramar from PUBG. I can't stand that desert map on that game. But where is Miramar Beach? Where's that at? I hope you enjoy it.
I'm
Peter
not
Hyatt
even
trains
tell
people
you.
for the FBI that do interrogations. He knows what he's talking about. I love how humble he is.
You've had map readers on her. Have that Jen lady, the map lady, have her map it out for you. Where Miramar Beach is, I'm not even going to tell you.
And that's exactly why I go to
Linda,
his channel and watch what he says about this case. Heat sig for sure. Michelle says not if he was underwater.
Dog, my cat
said
goes
a kidnapper or child predator or a family member got him.
Hey guys, the construction zone, there's another pond. There's somebody standing in the woods. It looks like a person. It is a person we know, but there's another pond. He's standing back there by himself. Past the construction zone, in the same area back there. The north end of it, over here, go straight back. There's a person in the woods by that pond. Past the house on the other side of the tree line. Going back toward the beach or going on the back side? Yeah, on the back side, and he's not moving. He's just standing there by himself in the woods.
It's Hendersonville 517. I'm on the northeast corner in the cemetery across the tree line. Am I close?
No, the back side. Nikki, if you can, do you have anybody there with you? Stand by. Let me see if I can find it on my map. I got my drone down for the moment, and I'll see if I can do it. Target's over. 1 or 2. I'm in my truck. 2. There's the walls on foot coming across the yard. Truck directions. 19's on the same. Straight in. Keep it on. Go left. You come back, you passed it. Won't be there. Walk with you going into the woods. You should be about 15 foot from it.
Yeah.
First name.
Should be all over whatever it is right there. The 2 people walking the wood. It's a mannequin.
It's a mannequin.
Sorry, guys.
That's right. So there was that mannequin. I remember that. Imagine running across
I got questions. Why was there a damn mannequin by the lake in the woods? Hey, Stevie. What the hell kind of freaky, hey, Darby? What the hell kind of freaky people we talking about? Maybe putting mannequins out there by the lake. Come on. I got questions for the mannequin. I think we need to have Betty question that mannequin.
Mannequin out there. What is a mannequin doing? Was that a target practice mannequin? What was it? It's the only thing I can think of. In case it was set up and somebody put it out there, but who put it there? Did anybody? I wonder if they ever found out who put it there. I hadn't heard of it, and that's why I'm asking. I wonder if there's a neighbor that's like, yeah, that was my mannequin. I went out there, we would shoot it with BB guns or whatever. That's target practice. That was a fake announcement of Tony. What?
I don't know anybody that uses mannequins for target practice. I just don't. Yeah, but you never know.
You said Google's attempt that night. It was not. Who said it was 26? I think the low I seen was like 48 or 52, something in that range. Smoke T-Rev. We still don't have the timeline after KP was done eating dinner. KP didn't give us that timeline. Sebastian never made it home with KP allegedly. Think about.
So a neighbor has that mannequin out there. Okay, freakiness. All right, some freaky neighbors. BHB's voice makes me a day drinker. She could make anybody a drinker.
About it, love y'all. Well,
my cat can't stand her voice. When I play her, he bites the hell out of me and calls the hell out of me. As soon as I turn Betty off, he goes and lays down.
From my understanding, he made it home at 6:39.
He did?
Seriously. The timeline's just not out there. It can be out there.
You're out there.
In case they were,
I think it maybe keep owls away, but that'd be the only thing I can think of.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, maybe somebody just likes to get the freak on with the mannequin. You don't know.
It was weird.
Maybe
that it was
they
there.
just
Like
like
it was
a mannequin.
probably set there.
I mean, hey.
By somebody.
You know,
Very
you
possible.
can dress them up.
I just wonder if it had like any marks in it or anything.
Like a person from the air.
Why does it matter? It's a mannequin.
First name is that. I'm sorry, can you repeat that? First name is that.
Wow.
One at the moment. 4 in the moment.
Okay, are you done going over the call?
It looked like something from the helicopter.
Yeah,
so where they told, hey, I see something down here in the woods. Maybe it wasn't something that had a heat sig, but it looked like a human. I don't know if that was that.
Well, it wasn't live because it didn't have a heat
to
signal.
know why they said heat sig, ran into the part, or then went followed
It's
up right into the
impossible if
mannequin.
the mannequin had a heat signal. It's impossible.
I was an eyesight. He said I was an eyesight. Barbara said they would have gotten some prints off of that mannequin. Yeah. You would think B. Frank.
Why would they want to fingerprint the freaking mannequin? What the hell is wrong with these people? You know, first thing, you're going to be standing there shaking your head and saying, what kind of freaking weirdo got a mannequin out here? But you're not going to sit there and dust it for fingerprints. What's it? I mean, okay. You could dress it up like Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny. You could dress it up for Valentine's Day, like a big heart. Yeah. You could be the New Year's baby. Heck, you could do a lot of things with that mannequin.
Says it was 48 that night, and the next night the
Do
temps
they
dropped
count it
to
in the
26
census?
degrees.
Probably.
Well, no, yes, a neighbor advised
sig.
if he's found a
Did
child
the
under his
mannequin
child
sign
under
a
his son's
DNA?
car,
I don't know,
which is
Cheryl.
across the street, 2 doors
Hey,
up.
T-Rev. Ask him if the mannequin, Betty wants to know, and this is from Bullhorn. She wants to know if the mannequin signed a DNA. And you probably don't know what I'm talking about, but Betty thinks that people sign DNAs. I think she meant DNRs, but don't tell her that. I know what she really meant, but I'm not going to tell you. You have to figure that out on your own. You know, she is the legal expert. So she says it's a DNA. It's a DNA.
So be sure and search under cars and under things.
Who do you want to go with this other canine search and rescue?
I just
Okay,
talked to
they said
What
no.
happened?
Okay,
construction back here. He's going to start
makes sense.
getting the word out to all his crews that are out here working. Everybody.
Because he has no content, Cheryl.
We can get a game plan and reconvene.
Target, can you
The mannequin has been there
right on top
for
of this trash
decades
can,
and gets
dumpster?
dressed up every
This is
season.
in
That's kind of
188.
cool, though, when you think about it.
184 is going to
I mean, you could dress it up like Santa Claus. There are so many things you could do. Now you're giving me ideas. Oh, I didn't even tell you. There's never nothing in my neighborhood. Where I live, the most excitement is, I think 6 months ago, somebody's car got broke into and they took a pack of cigarettes. That's the extent of the excitement here. The other night, while I was live, my husband casually comes out and says, Kath, we're supposed to go in the house. 2 teenagers just robbed a gun store and took 37 guns. And the cops are chasing them. So just as I ended my live, here comes these cops running through my backyard. Ma'am, get in the house. I'm like, sir, I'm live. He said, huh? I said, I'm live. He said, oh, well, okay. But go in the house. They got the kids and they got all of the guns.
send you a picture.
That's excitement because our neighborhood has no excitement. We never had excitement.
We will send it in good. Can we retry that, please?
188.
What's up, Froggy?
I was just ending my live. I was just saying bye when that happened.
1,000, please.
Crazy.
12 to any units that are going to be assisting with 1008. Please come to 1008 Davenport now, please.
He
Start
shouldn't
beginning
be
of
self-representing
Killing
in her
Lane
lawsuit if she thinks
We're
it's
going
a
to work our way
DNA.
north of
Well,
Killing Lane.
Scooter, she said that it was a DNA. That she would sign a DNA for Chris. And she didn't correct herself. She said it more than once. So we'll run with it that it's a DNA. In fact, my thumbnail's going to have Bullhorn. What's a DNA?
That's fine. I'll get these 2 houses right here, and we'll take the right side. The white Ford truck.
I mean, how long have we been asking for a reward around here?
Oh, wow.
Don't get me started on the reward stuff again, because I got a lot to say about that. Why hasn't there been a reward put up? We've been told that there was.
Oh, but Tony talked about that tonight, and now he says there's actually one being worked on yet again. Okay.
3,500. This, that. you know, this, that, and the third. We've been told there's rewards coming for how long now? Seriously, how long? How long we've been talking about it here? I've had this picture in this damn folder since. I'll tell you the date on it. I need to go to this picture, and I'm gonna tell you what date this was. All right. I had this picture on April 2nd of 2024. This is from April 2nd of 2024. You ready to look at it?
Yeah.
Here it is.
I didn't even realize what was going on. I've never seen cops.
I've had this since April 2nd of 2024. Remember, there was supposed to be $3,500 into an account here.
Except, like a couple times a year, they'll bring inmates from the jail, and they'll go back in the ditches and the dikes that run along the property lines and stuff, because they have them everywhere because of the fires that happened in '98 and burnt what was the town, because the town's grown tremendously since then. But it burned it all down to the ground, so now they have these dikes everywhere. But they'll bring inmates to cut them and stuff, and you'll see the COs. But that's the extent of it. I've never had 2 deputies running through my backyard.
Why?
But it was
now,
cool,
as we sit
right away
in
and
May
got
25th,
guns.
there's still no reward. They won't. How is there not a reward?
Good question.
How?
Ask your buddy.
It's been being worked on for so long. I've never heard of a reward being worked on so long that it's not. There's no reward.
But yet there was lots of money collected.
Do we really want them found? Because I can guarantee that there's 100 people, at least 100 people in here that be willing to put forward towards a reward, and me being one of them. Yeah, I've already said this. I told Seth, I said, man, I'd love to start off the reward. I'd love to start it off. I told Seth this. He knows I told him
Dude,
this.
You can't even pay rent.
I'd love to start the reward off. We can get it going. We can get this reward right.
Don't take
bring Sebastian home. I want to do anything I can to help.
Stamp.
I'll search, whatever. I don't need to go live while I search. I will help in any way. Give me a place, a name, a date, a time, and I will be there, and I will be digging through shit. That's how invested I've been in this, man. Like,
as bad as slimy,
the
not
fact that
know
there's no reward
difference
out.
between catfish
And I've
and
had this
trolled.
picture
I know that
on my
was
computer
funny.
since April the 2nd.
God bless her.
It
She
just,
didn't know.
I don't know, man. Sebastian's worth a lot more than $3,500. I mean, the money can't buy that kid.
Exactly,
but what can,
yeah,
though, what can bring some possible information forward is money.
And that money could get put back into
That's
more
not
resources
true.
to help find.
Because I can tell you many cases of missing people where there's a reward and it hasn't helped the case a bit. They haven't gotten nothing out of it. Don't know if the money's still even there. Anyway.
Who likes money, Smoke? Demons. These evil people that fuel off the negativity.
Oh, you. Are you self-reflecting, Rev? Come on, because tell me you don't love the money you make. Stop it. Dude.
Evil people that love living under negativity every day of their life. They love money. And you best believe if somebody knows some information, a reward might walk them right to you.
Oh, it might.
As much as I'm not saying it's going to, but I'm saying in general that I'm sure you
in
understand the point
general?
that I'm making.
Okay, gotcha.
That's the Hendersonville officer's house. That's with me.
Okay, Brittany, thanks for coming in.
The
Get
next
some
house
rest.
up is a single white board in the driveway.
We log a neighborhood Facebook page. Post was made.
Thank you.
No motion on camera.
Same question we asked, Frank.
Yeah, I'm Stafford. We've had an additional caller call in that was in the net.
Be over to see if
She's
that was
also in the description on Hogan's branch.
What'd she say right there?
Her way north of Killing Way. That's fine. I'll get
We
these.
do out of content.
That ain't my own eyes. Here it is.
This
I
has
got
been
it
played
real
to
quick.
so many. It's been played and
Shoot.
played and
No,
played.
barely.
Anywhere?
Yeah, I called BS on that.
Oh, now you're showing somebody's
The ring cams.
This is from 2007. This picture.
Yeah, you got that from
2023 right there.
not great use.
Let's go down a little bit. What'd I tell you? Here it is. You walk. I know this neighborhood from looking at it so damn much.
So what would stop from somebody from going door to door and just knocking and saying, hey, if you have any information, hand out flyers for like the the missing.
And you don't think people have done that?
Huh.
You guys are so brilliant.
His house is right there, so you can see the different spots on that map. You can see the different spots. You said them homes though. You said that's cause they already know where he is allegedly. KP and CP the mom, and they know.
No,
they all
they
know.
don't.
Candy says. You been there before, JC? Yeah, it's right down the street.
Here.
Right?
I'll get the Hendersonville officer.
Is this what
The
you're going to do
Hendersonville
this whole
officer.
live?
Lives in that neighborhood?
Because if so, we'll move on to Tony.
We got info to respond to.
Yeah,
the area
that's what he's
of
doing
Max
his whole
Pike and
life.
Cherry Road.
Again, he's already
There's
done
a
this already.
juvenile in that area wearing black
He's like a
pants,
Betty.
red
They
t-shirt.
Yeah, but that
regurgitate
wasn't
the
him.
same shit because they don't have no other content.
I don't think he did.
Wow, that's crazy.
There's two law enforcement guys.
Yeah.
If it happens, I swear you're gonna be like, "What in the?" You know, I see in the next couple days them catching old Katie in Florida with Sebastian.
What?
In Florida?
In Florida?
Mm-hmm. Don't ask me why. I don't know. That's just what I see. And for some reason, the
Oh, another
weirdest thing even
psychic.
of that
Here we go. Another
is watching
psychic.
them transport her to Ohio.
Yeah,
or,
it's like that around
like,
here too.
in Federal.
We have no street lights except for the main.
I don't know
highway.
anything about how that works. Like, why would they drive her that immediate day or whatever? Because I can't see her. You only see a certain amount before you cannot, see.
Mm-mm-mm.
I don't think anybody's going to physically. And if I don't know, I don't know who's in Florida or what, because I've never found any connections to them there or anything like that. But I don't know. It's crazy. And so
psychic.
I seen this and whatever. I went and asked AI. AI said the same thing.
Said I haven't seen her car there in over a week, but haven't been by every day. Okay, give. Okay, I see. Damn, she said thank you. You would never, or I would never give that. Okay, I know tons of people always reaching out. She said, "See, I'll definitely."
Nobody's seen her car in a week since she went back home. That was about a week ago.
That's what I was just told just
Did
now.
she go and pack up some stuff and gotta go?
Yeah, that's what I was just told just now. I was finding out. You said after Bonnie, she was talking about. I think
my.
just saying in general, looking for, or has Katie been seen? Are you meaning like is she at home?
No, I just mean anybody physically seen her in other state other than Florida in the last 2 to 3 days.
I got you. Okay.
No, she hasn't been.
Yeah, I have
seen
no
in
idea.
But I
Florida.
think, thank God, if this is right, it'll be like in a next couple of days, and we'll know. And
Yeah.
but
Well, you're
what I didn't see,
wrong.
but what AI added to it when I asked it the question was that Seth got his son and had him. I'll have to send that to you. Where can I send it?
Yeah,
I'll
they
take a
did.
screenshot of what AI said. I would have never thought to ask any. I mean, you got to ask it really, really specific questions. You know what I mean, for it to answer.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it answered it immediately, and I asked it like 5 different ways, and it just came back with the same answers. First, it was just trying to tell me May, and then finally, I got it to give me an exact date.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's weird how this AI thing works too. But I was wondering if anybody
Oh my
seen
God!
her
If we
so that I could totally discredit myself and AI. But
drunk as skunks in a matter of like 10 minutes.
AI.
good thing is we only, you can, if you know exactly the right wording, just like I've gone in there and gotten like the safety plan for CPS, and you just gotta know how to word things.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So I was like,
Yeah, because AI's kind of a little data stealer. Well, they steal from everybody. Nobody's excluded. So, they read a certain amount of reports and stuff, too.
Why is that?
As everything's gone, no more paper. Everybody does everything on
weird.
computer.
yeah, a lot of people.
Bad idea.
A lot of people do stuff to computers. I agree.
Well, I mean, even law enforcement, everything. I mean, all you do is hack and boom, you got everything. Like, okay, I'm not going to keep on myself like that, but y'all go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't see. I've been looking at a whole different page, so I definitely am missing comments. But I mean, what are your thoughts before I let you go? Do you think that
I just think in the next couple of days that she's going to get busted in Florida and get locked up in Ohio. I don't know why. It sounds crazy, but
okay, wait a minute.
Even AI agrees. Where can I send you the thing?
Wait a
where
minute.
it
Wait a
even
minute.
where it
Wait a
answers
minute.
me?
She's going to be seen in Florida, but she's going to get locked up in Ohio. What? Do you realize how far away Ohio and Florida are from each other? So, if she's in Florida, how's she getting locked up in Ohio? You got some bad psychic friends, dude.
It's weird. Have you physically seen Seth in the last day?
In the last day?
Yeah, like
No.
the last day or two, because I didn't see this part, but AI says that they give the child to Seth.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. I wouldn't trust no AI telling me anything.
Yeah,
No, I
exactly.
don't. I didn't trust it. I had to know what to ask it. When you see certain things, you're just like, whoa, wow, okay.
I wouldn't ask AI
lady.
nothing. I'm not asking. I wouldn't believe it either.
Seems smarter than us, because AI doesn't seem to have the clown in their show.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you. I don't know if you're being funny.
She's asking an AI program, an AI app. I can't with these people.
Or
No, I'm not.
I'm serious, but it's crazy.
Because nothing about this is funny anymore. The cotton candy, the popcorn, everything's been out for a long time.
Yeah, no, you're right. Cotton candy's been out. I mean, you're about to get you some ices next.
Oh, no. Somebody's gonna wear those because I'm sick of them moving the goalposts. Sebastian's Army's gonna put goalposts
I'm
back.
telling
and I
you,
dare them
all
to move
2
again
days.
because we need to figure this out.
Yeah.
Hey, monkey
Well,
arm.
we'll see. I appreciate you. Thank you.
All right. Well, we'll see.
God bless you. Lock your doors. Stay vigilant. Thank you. That's I don't know about that.
Why does he always tell everybody to lock their doors? TikTok Tony said it's a mic drop. Oh my lord. Why does he always tell everybody to lock their doors? Is he trying to protect them from him?
Somebody said, what? What did we say? You have to look at that. Mandy, I know you're not serious. I know you're not serious. Did you even see this? Like, you must have just came in here and just started flying off at the handle and did not hear anything that I've said this whole entire life.
Yeah, she's choosing to not hear it.
She's just going based off of complete.
He don't like this, Mandy. You gotta love how T-Rev literally ignores or low-key rolls his eyes at people who see right through Seth. You're biased, bro. It's cringy at this point. He don't like that.
He read a post, came in here and went based off the last couple lives that she's seen me talking about certain things. Didn't listen to nothing and just said, "It's so cringy that you're just agreeing with Seth on everything."
Go back and watch the beginning of the video.
That is crazy.
That's
crazy.
Weird.
He said, "Ask her where she lives at Cracker Jacks. Give her the number to Tony's tip line." Yeah. Oh my God, please. AI ain't answering nothing for me. They do have connections to Ohio.
Man, his neck and his shoulders, between his shoulders, they got to be hurting by the end of the night because he stays bent over.
Somebody could not be Seth, huh? Yeah, AB is not that. 360, you're on the show. How you doing tonight?
Are you really there?
Yes, I am. How are you doing?
Oh my gosh. I'm good, T-Rev. Listen, first of all, I have to ask you a question. How long did it take you before you realized that the whole Tony group was going sideways? Was it that Thursday night when you were so excited because some kind of news was going to drop the next day, and you were really excited, and the next day nothing from you dropped?
Yeah, I mean, my thing is, you're like, when have I mean, the whole time, honestly, I felt something, but it wasn't nothing like horrible, but it was just off to me. You know how something just, where there's things that feel off to you?
Well, was it a gut? Was it your gut?
Hell yeah, it was my gut. I'm not going
to. Because they say your gut is your second brain. It's God's only way of trying to give you signals.
Right.
And that your gut actually talks to your brain and your brain talks to your gut. But anyway, today, T-Rev, I was just about ready to give up. And then, lo and behold, Tony is on there and he added somebody to his group. Did you know that?
Yeah.
He is adding the bullhorn.
I've seen that. I've been peeped that.
That's it.
That is a long time ago. I mean, it was even said to me.
Well, I knew she was begging. She was trying to get in, but he finally said, "Oh, she's so wonderful. She's so smart. She's so." We'll see. We'll see when that bullhorn comes. But I feel bad for Seth. I do, because I don't know what's going on. I think that one thing that came along that
so they
said,
don't like bullhorn either.
Give a man money and give a man power, and they'll show you who they are. And I'm just afraid that Seth has fallen in. I mean, he was desperate. I understand. Desperate people do desperate things. But when you're desperate, T-Rev, that's a playground for the devil.
One lie at a
time.
I think it's funny when people think that I'm just completely some type of idiot that's just gonna.
Oh no, I thought
this is of any kind, and I'm not.
You can hit on someone's girl all you want, but at the end of the day, she's gonna make that decision whether or not to act on it.
Trust me, I've been on to there's weird shit I'm not even telling y'all right now for the simple fact that I want Sebastian found, and I'm not trying to create no more.
I know.
So you know what?
I saw it in your face.
People can say what they want, but trust me, Team Sebastian is right here for me. And I'm not.
Oh, absolutely. No.
Put it out there right now and make shit even worse, and that's not me. and I won't do it.
No, T-Rev, I didn't mean I was giving up on the game.
Not you.
Yes.
I'm talking to you. I'm
Yes.
pertaining to some things and people that I'm seeing say certain things, and I think it's just people just think I'm just some type of there's no brain in his head, and I don't think.
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
It's crazy to me.
I mean, maybe somebody thinks that, but those are the people that think bad things anyway.
It's all
But
I
you
want him
know,
to think that.
you know, T-Rev, the last couple of days,
T-Rev, you're doing the same exact live you did, what, a month or so ago? Dude, you're desperate for content. So you're doing the same things BHB does. You regurgitate and regurgitate.
I saw a couple things. Like there was an interview of Katie and Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that Chris 4 times spoke of Sebastian in past tense?
Yep, I heard it. Yes.
Did you know about that?
Yes, I watched it, and we got cliff notes to it right here too. Chris,
it when he was talking about
he said Chris says law enforcement came to Terry Lynn and looked at the pants she found, and it's apparently nothing. Chris says there's a lot of folks pulling back. They said it was mentally taxing. Chris said there's a lot of negativity out there, drama and bashing, and it should all go back to the sole purpose of bringing their son home. Chris says Katie, him, and Seth are living this every single day. He says it comes to a point where there's no evidence to support foul play. Everyone's being cooperative. So why can't it get to a point where they come out and say the parents are in the clear? He says there should be some type of legislation that law enforcement clear the parents after they've been checked out. Chris says if you sit back, you look at some of the things he's gotten pissed off at times. He said he shouldn't have been aggressive and he respects that. But at the same time, he is a person just like his wife and Seth. And every day I'd struggle when you are what? And Seth, and every day I'd struggle when you wake up and until people go through something of this magnitude, they won't understand. Chris said going in public right now is sketchy at best because people stare at you and don't want to be around. Chris said they could be in the same pool as Summer Wells. Chris said a first impression is a lasting one, and he knows he might have not made the best one. Chris says he didn't say he wasn't upset at Seth, but he's not, or that he is upset at Seth, but he's not bashing him. He said when they have a conversation, they'll have to air out their indifferences. Chris says Katie probably down with Seth anytime soon and talk. Chris says Dolly flew a drone over his house and he's glad it happened when he wasn't home because he would have been irate with him. Chris says it is, but it isn't stalking when people follow them around and take pics of their house. He said he doesn't like it, but he says it's still keeping Sebastian in the forefront. Chris says he doesn't want this to become a cold case or another case that come up and everybody stops talking about Sebastian. Chris said if you want to come after him, do it, but leave everyone else alone. Chris says at the end of the day, Chris and Katie know the truth and Seth knows the truth too, and law enforcement knows the truth. Chris says they've reached out to truck stops like Love's, for example, to put flyers out and keep putting them out. Chris thinks car magnets would be awesome. Chris said he wants the help of everybody to form an event and an awareness of missing children in general, not just Sebastian, and maybe put billboards up all over the U.S. in different faces, multiple children, and put, have you seen me? He talks about Summer Wells a bit. When he asked how Katie feels, you hear her speak in the background, and Chris says, she said like shit.
He's reading Reddit.
There's so much. I can keep going.
Wow.
We can keep going all night.
Wow.
Oh
So
my
when he was
God.
talking about Sebastian, the little bit that they did, do you recall when he was talking about Sebastian's music? And he said he really liked both versions of Sounds of Silence. One by Hall & Oates, which was not. It should have been Simon and Garfunkel. And he really liked, 4 times talking about music within the past tense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I just think that those interviews are wonderful. Like I try to look at the positive
Yes,
of
ma'am.
all of this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and it gets them to talk. And one time you also asked about where did somebody hear that? And it was about Terry
Where did somebody hear
Bowersock
that?
being friends with the sheriff's department. It was the ex-employee of Terry Bowersock that called into
Number
an interview.
one, that so-called ex-employee was never vetted. You don't know if it was truly an ex-employee or if it was someone that has an axe to grind.
And said that Terry Bowersock would go and visit the sheriff's office at least once a week.
So
I don't know what interview it was, but it was the ex-employee that said that. And he said he wasn't afraid of him. But then he
Okay.
got really quiet because I guess they were threats, that kind of thing. But anyway, real quick, why I wanted to call you, T-Rex, is if we really want to get this started, we're going to have to do what Seth should be doing. If Seth was interested in desperately trying to find his son, he would be going on
Yeah, I agree with
the
you.
National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
Ridiculous.
On there, he could have automatically seen the protocol of what the police were supposed to do step by step by step. And
Peter
you saw it
McLewis,
just
I just
now
love your
by
name
listening
and
to the
your avatar.
dispatcher. Exactly what was supposed to be done.
Friends
and
with
they did it.
scissors, your avatar is cool
It would
too.
give him
Friends
information
with scissors.
on people who are going through the very same
Oh,
thing as
tomorrow the
him.
Karen retrial resumes. Oh dear Lord, have mercy. My kids are going to be home. There's no school. I don't know whoever thought that there should be a summer vacation, but they need to rethink that. No, I'm only kidding. But yeah.
Information on how to set up fundraisers, information on how to get billboards out there, even people who have been through this where the sheriff's
I'm sorry,
departments were
Smoke, but
corrupt.
you're a strange dude.
He could find a wealth of information if he really wanted it. Why does he want
always
it? Send
talking
it
back.
with his tongue.
Okay, T-Rev, you had a little bit of lung cancer that miraculously just went away, and you're sitting there vaping. Okay, dude.
So then somebody said, did she just call him T-Rex? I'm like, yeah, they always call me
I
T-Rex.
probably did again. I was the one that did it like a couple weeks ago.
It's okay. It happens. I'm not, and it's funny that people call me T-Rex because that's always been my favorite dinosaur when I was a kid.
Well,
and I always did this rain dance, and I called myself a T-Rex
You're
when I was
silly,
like 5.
kid.
I remember watching a video back of me when I was as a grown adult. I was watching the younger me dance on my Mima's porch, saying,
Aww.
so it's funny when people call me a T-Rex. I mean, I think it's funny.
It just reminds me of power. It reminds me of doing what you can do. And I have seen you go tonight from, I just don't know about this, should I even do it, to more determined than ever. Let's do it. Please. Let's just keep doing it.
Well, like Dr.
You're
Latina,
putting
when she
me
called
to
in,
sleep. Can
she
we
really,
get some excitement here?
she
I'm ready
understands,
to
like
cancel
she
you out and
understands
put
me, and I
Tony
get it.
on.
Usually,
Yes.
not too many people do, but that woman, she knows. She's been in
And
that.
she said keep going.
Okay.
What did she give to you?
As far as like what?
Oh, but I'm going to
How
show
you
you.
feel about the whole situation now.
Okay, look. Remember? Okay, I can't no more with him. I don't think they're going to say anything exciting. This lady isn't going to shut up.
Let's see it.
It's been that for a long time. Damn, this is a lot of names right here. Holy smokes.
I broke my finger at work.
A lot of names for what?
Holy smokes.
Actually, you know what? Actually, mention it. Speaking of that.
Oh, you actually have a
on
job?
my way home from taking my wife to work, I actually called one of my bosses and told them that I wanted to get workman's comp for it, and they
For a
want me to run
broken
around all these
finger?
stupid hoops tomorrow and call the store, and yeah, it's just like,
Do it.
oh, I'm definitely doing it.
You know?
What are you
If
going
you-
to
if
try
you
to
got hurt on
get
the job-
workers' comp to sit on your ass for a broken finger? Is he fucking kidding me? What the hell? You're the reason why it's hard for people that really have injuries with workers' comp and got to fight. What the hell do you need to sit at home on workers' comp for a damn broken finger, dude? I had 2 broken fingers taped together and doing CPR on somebody. Are you kidding me?
Job, then you got hurt on the job.
Yeah, they better be paying that workman's comp because I am not going to the hospital until they pay for it.
So
Workman's
you
comp.
don't even know if your finger's broken. You haven't even went and had it x-rayed. Number 1, when the injury happened at work, you should have filled out an incident report, and that should have started the ball rolling, and you should have been sent immediately to the ER or a fast track place for an x-ray. So since you didn't do any of that, good luck.
No, you can go. They'll just have to pay for it at a later date. I would not go, medically take care of yourself, because then it won't be documented. They got to go based off your word. If there's no doctor word in there, then I think that can cause problems.
Yeah, exactly.
1 second. Wow, there's a lot of names on this cup list, so I'm still
Tell you
copying.
what, if they don't send me to the hospital Monday, I'm calling my lawyer Saul Goodman. We're going to lawyer up and get it taken care of.
For a broken finger. People like him are why the work comp situation is such a mess for the people who really get injured and need it and have to go get lawyers and fight it because of losers like this dude. He don't even know if his fucking finger is broken.
So let me look back at that.
Dude,
So with
it's
Sebastian,
a broken finger. You're not going to get no money.
The
Always
fact
looking
that
for the easy way out.
there's just so many different weird coincidences in this case, as I say over and over again. And I've had red flags multiple times with people in there and here in general. Not in here like in this chat, but I mean just with this case. Stuff that I've kept to myself.
Then why even bring it
You know
up?
what I mean? 1 second.
And he's too worried about filing a
I'll put whatever
workers'
names
comp
came right
claim
through.
for
Hopefully
an
it's
alleged broken finger that he doesn't even know is broken
there.
because he didn't
Got
fill out
more
an
here.
incident report or go get an x-ray. He's trying to get a quick paycheck. Dude, you won't get nothing for a broken finger because you can work with a broken finger.
This to be over and you can spill the tea.
And your
I
hands
don't think
were
they are ready
fine.
for you to spill the tea. They ain't.
The finger's not swollen, discolored. There's
What?
no
Just
bruising,
with all the weird stuff.
no
It is?
swelling,
They
no
ain't ready for
deformity
that.
of any kind.
I
It
told
is
you.
fine.
Oh yeah, I know, but they ain't ready for that. They ain't ready for
It's
that.
a lot of dude. It's stuff. Just a lot of weird vibes, man. It's all weird vibe stuff. Like I don't even know why. You know, it doesn't even.
You had no problem holding that can of beer, tanking the hell out of it. Multiple cans, by the way. I've seen both your hands. There's absolutely no deformity. There's no discoloration. There's no bruising whatsoever. Yeah.
It equals Stefan and Sebastian. And some
Yeah,
of the
exactly,
things are
Scooter.
were weird to me and had caught me off guard. Some things that caught me off guard for sure.
Hell, I've had surgery in the morning and went to work that night. I mean, please. And number one, you blew your own comp claim. Here's why. And you know how I know this? Because I used to be a union president. I started out as a shop steward, then the fucking idiots elected me as president of the freaking union. But let me tell you something. You didn't do an incident report when you got injured. You also did not seek medical attention when you got injured, which your employer would have had to cover immediately. You would have not been on the hook for that x-ray. Okay, dude? You're looking for a paycheck. You want to sit on your ass so you can be little food stamp, little 3-foot dude there, sidekick, instead of go earn your freaking paycheck. You're the kind of people that make the work comp system the way it is a freaking hot mess.
Wow, I don't even think I'm halfway through the list. What is going on here?
Yeah,
It's a lot of
going there. I'll be going tomorrow. I have to call them, and they have to start the workers comp process. So
No, that should have happened immediately.
I'll get some pain meds like I needed.
So I have everybody on this list, y'all. I have everybody's name broke down.
Pain?
Okay.
Dude.
I have everybody's name, or actually, I didn't break it down. Shout out to her for doing it. Wow, this is a lot of people.
It's
a lot of people.
I
Holy
can't.
smokes. There's a lot of people right here. I don't even think I'm halfway through it yet. It's going to be a lot of names on this wheel.
Ooh. That's not good.
What? Whoever wins, I'll give them also what? 2 of these? I'll add 2 of these in there. 2 of the bracelets. Let me make sure. Okay, Sabrina. I see Norma. We got Norma. I'm at Norma on the list. There's still a lot more. Wow.
Mona Lisa, you gotta be kidding me. Oh Lord.
I see Norma. I see Jerry.
You better take care of Scooter
Why is it not letting me
McBooters. I
copy?
need you around, dude. I need you
Let's
here.
watch the video. What video? Are you talking about the video
I'll
of
come get you
somebody
and
was saying,
I'll-
let's watch the video. You talking about this video?
Full separations from people that
I'm a
were
good nurse.
really
I'll
helping
take care
on his behalf in that sense. You get to see the type of operator he is. Don't trust these two.
Who is this?
Yeah, who is that?
AB? AB?
Anything but professional, anything but real. They're disingenuous.
Good night, JC. Have a good night.
Who's that? Let me see. Hold on. Let me look at it. Oh, I want a bracelet. Autograph for what? What do you mean autograph for what? Some people want it. You never know. Some people want things like that. A balance.
Autograph.
Good night,
Are
JC.
you kidding me? Did that woman just ask him for his autograph? What the fuck? I cannot. Where are they getting these people? She wants him to autograph one of his bracelets. I've heard it all now.
Where's JC? What did I miss out on?
She said she's going to bed.
JC, good night to you. I appreciate you coming by, my friend. My second channel is TREV Paranormal. TREV757 Paranormal and more. I'm still filling out this will. So.
Okay, guys. We are going to review his paranormal channel. Yes, we are. We are going to have some laughs. That'll be a gummy night for sure.
A lot of you entered. I see. A lot of you. Tons of you entered. This has got to be a list of over 200. I'm not even joking. It's got to be.
Well, then why aren't you taking any calls if you got so many? And why was you calling people?
I kind of wish I can import the names. That's a lot. Okay. That. And I'll bring the wheel up and spin it in front of you guys. That way you can see who wins.
Oh, the coffee.
See, we got Faye.
Oh, Lord.
Faye entered. Nicole.
I don't want to watch it. How much did they have to super chat you to get entered?
You there, Smoke?
For the free mug.
Yeah.
We're saying that Chris is working with Tony.
Where are you seeing that?
Carmen Collin. Think about it. Chat. Chris is working behind the scenes with Tony. Chris is the one using Tony and other crocs to put out false information. It was a front when Tony said Chris will not work with him.
Oh
So
my
allegedly.
God.
Everything you hear here is allegedly. Always. Hold up. You know what? I'm going to just do this. Somebody sent it in earlier. Let's see. Oh, this one. I don't know. It's because it says issues with Seth's camp. So I was like, what do they mean by issues with Seth's camp? Who are they talking about? Okay. I think I got 4 more names.
Okay, I'm done with you, T-Rev. I want to hear
I went
Tony.
directly by the way you guys sent them in.
Oh, he's really going to do that to give away
ready to spin the wheel.
That's a lot of names.
Bro.
I can't.
That little thank your lives. It hasn't been that long, but I only recognize a couple people. Hey, Double Dog. Hope all is well, T-Rev. Good to be back, Rev. Appreciate you, Mark. Shout out to you, my brother. It's been a minute, for sure. It's been a minute. The 5 Wives Club. All right, so I'm about to spin this. Hold on. How do we work this? It's Sylvia. Say it. Send me your info. Yeah, we'll get it out right away. I'd rather be able to give some things
You
to you
done
guys.
paid for that mug and
know.
shipping. Gretchen,
If I do anything, then I'd rather, if I was going to sell or get rid of something, I'd rather have it made out to where
I don't know.
at least
This other lady wants to
60 to 50% of the proceeds go to something to help with children or a reward. And not even just children, but I'm talking in missing people in general. That's what I'd want it to be. But Sylvie, Doctor he said you could start a Red Game Foundation. I know. I thought about it.
You guys remember the other night when I reviewed TikTok, the TikTok women, and the ones that are all fighting against each other over the stuff Tony, because half don't support the shit Tony's doing and the other half do. So they're fighting. They're at a war with each other because of Tony. And they said that Tony had a TikTok and was communicating with them. Well, the barbecue lady and Tammy showed the receipts.
I don't.
I have it, but also Savage has it, so I can just play audio.
Definitely needs to do that.
But
I don't mind. I don't mind doing it, but I definitely got to eat.
it.
You never know.
I'm gonna play it
I
on
feel like
now.
6 hours, right? Yeah, I did that before. Heather actually made one a while back, but
I'm done with you, T-Rev. But we are definitely going to review your paranormal channel. Oh, yeah. I'm going to have fun with that one. Oh boy. Look out. We're going to have some fun with that one. I think it is Dr. Vance, Traders backup. Her second that has it. Yeah. I have it, but I didn't upload it. So this way I can play it without the audio, without just showing. Oh. Or wait. No, this is the other one. That's the one T-Rev was on. We seen that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we've seen that one. It's... Oh my God, traders even downloaded Tammy V putting their makeup on. Yeah, they get struck like crazy over there. No, it's Savages. Okay. And then we'll come back to this one because I want to play that live. I got Tony's live from tonight though. Savage. Well, Cap, learn how to spell. You're going to end up in TREVS camp if you don't. Oh, gosh, help me if I... Please, if you ever see me leaning into that chat, please snap me out of it. Please. Please, please, please. Okay, I think she has under lives. Oh, she's got Tony on from 3 hours ago too. Cool. Oh, that was last night too. Okay. I think it's this one. No, that's not the one. All right, no, that's not the one. Okay, which one is it, Sab? Okay, maybe it is Traders. I was right, maybe it is Traders. I can go back. If not, I'll just play the audio. But I took screenshots of the text messages they showed. And to them, that's their receipts. Blows my mind. But according to them, this proves that they've been talking with Seth on TikTok. And they show the account. I might have to just show you mine because... Wait, this might be it. They kept getting struck. It was freaking funny as hell. Then they dox each other's past out and talk about everybody's criminal records. It's hysterical, man. They literally talk about everybody's criminal records. Oh, I found it. Okay, let me share screen. She's going to show the text messages where they're saying that it's his TikTok communicating with them. And by the messages, it could be.
Now, it's somewhere in here. But like, this is the screenshot of their picture. And so, where are we at? Right here. So this was my conversation. This was Saturday.
I'll back it up just a little bit more so you can hear it.
This is the screenshot. They're not following. This is the account. No, I take my own fucking screenshots. It is what it is. So,
now this is the TikTok creators that went to Tennessee took Seth out to lunch. Not only did he order lunch, but he also ordered a to-go lunch. And they're claiming that he has a TikTok and has communicated with them. She's showing the receipts. You take what you want with it. But he got a whole war going on over there on TikTok now.
The conversation. This is the conversation. This is the account. This person has a Sebastian Rogers flyer. Initially, it was not this picture. I have a screenshot of all the people that they were following and who they're not following now. It's somewhere in here. But like, this is the screenshot of their picture. And so where are we at? Right here. So this was my conversation. This was Saturday. You have to wave to, like, it automatically waves for you, your first message. But so I wanted to, like, message the person that was writing in our chat. And I said, who are you? You know who the F I am barbecue. And this was right after all the shit of him laughing about my fucking daughter's prom dress, which people think is irrelevant. But honestly, like, I don't think it's irrelevant. I think it just shows the fucking lack of disrespect that this person has. And that has nothing to do with this child being missing. It's just disrespectful to do in general. So don't misconstrue what I'm saying. So I said, Seth, question mark. And then I wrote, this little thing that I can't. Are you texting me to apologize? Next one. Oh, there you go. Are texting me to apologize. And I said, come on the live. Seems like you have a lot to say. Figured my apologies with your tongue. Because at this point, the things that they were texting in the chat were like, stop talking about my son, or I don't even know what the fuck they said, to be honest, because there's so much bullshit. So then he writes back, my focus is finding my son. Take your drama. Fuck off. Sebastian is my fucking son. Do you hear me? My fucking son. Mind you, that is exactly what he told Trevor when him and Tony Baloney, Chris Proudfoot account, were on Smiley's Live the other day. My son. I named him. He's my son. I'm not mocking by saying that. I'm mocking his fucking voice. My fucking son. I don't need your TikTok bullshit drama. So then I said, well, then get off TikTok and go find him. Because at this point, you're not going to sit here and fucking bully me or accuse me of having fucking drama. Next message. My son needs to be found. You are not helping by creating your drama bullshit. I thought you wanted to help find my son. That's what we discussed when I met you. So either help me find my son or fuck off. And I said, what drama have I created? I go on to say, let me see if this shows it all. Okay. I go on to say, I think maybe if you took a step back and realized all Tammy and I have done with the help of locals, you might want to rethink that. But keep listening to Tony and all the other people who haven't got off their asses and even searched. We will be coming back to search again. Mind you, I drove 20 hours round trip, and people with much less distance are not doing a damn thing, excuse me, except talking shit. We have shared hundreds of flyers. We have gotten hundreds of people to share the flyer on social media, share it with their local news outlets and police departments, but you don't see that because you're only being fed bullshit. I don't understand how you can't see that. I am sorry Sebastian is missing. I truly am. I have barely slept for the last 7 weeks. I have cried over your son. I have unequivocally, without a doubt, given my all day in and day out to help spread his flyer. I'm sorry that you don't believe me, but I'm tired of being attacked, threatened, and bullied. Something you clearly said other searchers and people were experiencing. I really don't think you truly realize what the four of us have really done behind the scenes to help. And respectfully, I don't even know if this is a fake account, so I don't even know if this is even Seth Rogers. Next message. Hold on 1 second. Hold on before I read it. Please leave my room. I see it.
Nana said, there you go, chaps. He does know her.
Can you please take Banjo out of here? Because he's only growling because you're in here. Hold on 1 second. Go give him one of those chew toys. Go get a treat. Tell him you have a treat for him. Go get a treat. Go get a treat. Go on. Go get a treat. All he's going to do is fucking rock. Come on, go get a treat. You fucking bitch. Get it. You got to get a chew thingy. One of them chewies. That's what he wants. Just wait. Patience is a virtue.
TREV757 did that. Monkey Mar.
Listen, if you were blocked, I don't care anymore. I really don't give a shit. You get blocked, I don't care. You don't like it, I don't care.
I blocked people because when I was over there a while ago, in the live where they were bashing me, and people in the comments were also bashing me, so I blocked those people that was bashing me in barbecue as well.
And I'll tell you now, I will tell you this now. I was up at 5:30. I went to bed at 5:30 this morning, and I woke up at 8 o'clock, and I have been up since because I had to work today. You know, my living paycheck to paycheck fucking job.
Where did they come up with this stuff?
Like she has my bank statements now? What the fuck? You don't pay my bills. You ain't fucking me, feeding me, financing me, so mind your business.
I mean, another just lie. Like barbecue does anything but live paycheck to paycheck. I know that for a fact.
Okay, so next message. Hold on, I gotta find it in here because I was fucking scrolling around. Where are we at?
She does live paycheck to paycheck. There was lots of years I lived paycheck to paycheck. Just to say.
First of all, I'm a single mother. I have 3 dogs. My daughter is almost graduated from high school. She doesn't want for anything. Obviously, she could speak her mind because she spoke her mind about Seth Rogers and how he belittled her. So I don't think my daughter has a problem using her voice. If there was something wrong, she'd be able to say it. Next message. So I had read these messages. These messages, that one right there that he
They're
wrote,
just fighting with each other.
This one, I read it on live because I was like, do you guys think this is Seth Rogers? So then he said, I messaged you in private. Stop sharing my messages and we can have a conversation after the ride tomorrow. This was the 18th. I'm in over my head with finding my son. I need you to understand that and stop the TikTok drama. My business is my business. I want my son found. I want him home with me. That's all that matters to me. And I said, if it's you, then where did we sit in the restaurant? Tammy, where do we sit?
When you walk into the place and you turn around to look at the tables and stuff, we sat on the far left, up against the wall where there was a window where actually we could see out and see Seth's truck from where we were sitting.
Okay. He wrote on the left side when you walk in by the windows. And I said, okay, message me tomorrow and I'll give you my number. Now, there's another message. Is it here? No, that was the one with Tony. Whatever. That's a whole fucking message in itself too. Is it here? Yeah. So he got on live last night or had this little staged fucking event where he was going to try to discredit what we are saying over here because they know that we know shit. They know that we know shit and they don't like what we're saying because they can't fucking cover it up with something else. They got all this other fucking drama with all their YouTube friends and all their fucking drama. They made that drama. Literally.
Her live stream went down like 3 or 4 times.
Tony, I'm going to get on TikTok. He lied to Brent's face. Brent said, Tony, I have 2 questions for you. Are you getting paid? Tony said no. He said, what is your real intention? My intention is to create a bridge between law enforcement and Seth. And what has he done? He's been on fucking TikTok finding his group of fucking people that are going to believe his fucking bullshit and run with it. So the video last night, I don't have it, but can you play it, Tammy? I think you have it, don't you? Somewhere? The one where Seth fucking.
Now you've seen. Now.
How did they send it to me?
Okay, wait a minute now.
They emailed it to me, maybe.
You've seen the receipts. What she's saying is receipts to prove that she's been communicating with Seth and that he does have TikTok. Here's the video Seth put out about that. Now I showed you the proof first, so you do what you want with it. You think what whatever you know.
I don't know. It's probably in a text message.
These women take forever to find something though.
I went in. I said, you're so full of shit for what you just did, trying to discredit me. You're a bold-faced liar. And what did he do? This is what he did. He thought that he was going to he thought he was going to block me. Okay. Oh, no, there's that lady. Look at all these receipts coming out. Shit. Let me find it. Is this it? Yeah. So this is what he did. He removed everybody as a follower, okay? He was following 25 people.
I don't have communication with her. No, never bought my son a burner phone.
Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to touch base on.
Straight lady.
Okay, let's play that again in case people didn't hear the start of it.
Now listen.
Blue Knight, how are you this evening, sir?
Good. I just put my face out there so everybody knows that we're not staying.
What, you think because you got an ex-cop on your fucking side that he's believing your bullshit?
No, that she didn't buy me lunch. Thank you for that. I don't have a TikTok. I don't speak with this individual. I don't know any of her associates. And anything that she's telling people is obviously a lie because I don't have communication with her. No.
Now, hold on.
Never bought my son a burner phone.
I never said he bought a burner phone, and I never said anything that I've said on this app came from Seth. I never said anything that came out of Seth's mouth except for this fucking text message. Tony said that Seth had a burner phone to Sebastian because he said that fucking Chris would take his phone from him for punishment, and he wanted Sebastian to have a way to call him. Tony said that. So let's get the facts straight.
Tony did say that.
Does anybody have what TikTok is on that phone? You're back up.
This one?
Does it? Hold on. Does anybody? Oh fuck. No, I could get on my barbecue account. No wait, can I? Yeah. Does anybody have the TikTok where it's the replay of Tony saying that Seth bought Sebastian the burner phone? Because we did not say that. We never came out with that ever. I gotta fucking plug my phone in because
look, guys, if you're blocked, then there was a reason you're blocked.
You know why you're blocked? Because you're friends with fucking people on the other side of the chat.
We've got very good mods. We've got mods that I trust.
My mod was up till My mod was up till 6 o'clock in the morning. You want to see? Here. You guys want to look in my phone? Here. We're gonna look in the phone. This girl, she ain't on my fucking page. You see, I blocked her. Who do you think that is? I can't see the top of this, but listen, all these fucking people, fake fucking people. Look, why are you following people? Lori Chapel, you got to watch who some of your followers are. No offense. Tennessee Realtor, I'll be blocking her. This page, actual person that a big
their own account.
Yes. Like we're fucking stupid. Are making fake accounts.
That wrong.
Okay, but that's what I wanted to show you there. Seth said he didn't communicate with these women, but clearly she's got messages proving otherwise.
People were coming in here,
but these women are seriously fighting over this Tony drama.
And y'all know who you are that are caught by the name. No, they know.
Live right now.
Okay, goodbye.
But that's what I wanted to show you there because I did show you the other night. I didn't want to close that out. I did show you the other night about them making that statement that they had communicated that, Seth was on TikTok with them and that he was messaging with her and she showed the receipts. So, oh my God, these people are hysterical. These people are hysterical. She must have got struck down so many times that night. It's funny. Okay. Tony didn't say a whole lot tonight, but he said a little bit. He clearly, for being a spokesperson. Okay. No, I know Savage has it. Come on now. He didn't really say nothing on this one. There's this one. I can't record them right. I can't record these right because
7 hours of that is accounted for.
Right. The generic tablet I have, it does not screen record. It will take a screenshot, but it will not. I did not even know you could buy an electronic that doesn't screen record nowadays, but leave it up to my husband to find one. So I have to get one that I can screen record on because this is a pain in the ass. I can record the audio, but I have to hold it. I either have to record it on my phone, and then my phone's generic and it's cheap and it doesn't have, it doesn't hold a lot. So I have to delete everything. But anyway, yeah, I'll get it together. This was Tony tonight on TikTok.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that either. That would be something I'd have to look into.
I am going to speed it up for one.
I
He
think
wasn't on
that,
long.
Bullhorn Betty's looking into as well. Oh, nice.
Yeah, she's going to look into that. And look, I'm sure detectives they're not dumb. I'm sure they know this. I'm sure they investigated that already. They already probably got a hit where he was, where it is. They know there's a 10-hour gap. But again,
Oh, he also. Go ahead.
no, I was going to say
She got receipts, Misty. to prove
the police
it.
department wants to release at least amount of information as possible. Because let me let's say this way: if you have a suspect or a person of interest,
If it wasn't him, how would he know exactly where they sat in the restaurant when her and Tammy went down there to search and took him out to lunch?
Don't want to spook him.
Also, I just want to remind everybody in the chat real quick that Tony is a spokesperson. He's not in law enforcement. He's not going to be privy to a lot of the information that you guys are hoping to have.
Well, Tony, I was wondering this too. I know that we've heard there has been no forensics, only dogs, correct? From what you know?
From what I know, there was not a forensics team in the house at all.
Yeah, and I can tell you why that is. As of right now, again, to get a search warrant, you got to have probable cause. They don't believe by them not doing that, they don't believe the crimes. If a crime was committed, they don't believe the house was the crime.
So it would.
You're going to find whatever you find, you can solve because he lived there. We got a little bit of DNA here. Yeah, he lived there. Well, there's a little blood here. Yeah, he lived there.
So I mean, that would kind of have to be planned to not get your house searched. To be like,
no.
He walked out.
No, because
if it was a kidnapping, they would have done forensics, right?
No, because they're going to look at when you do forensic. What are you looking for? What are you going to look for as far as forensic?
I mean, you understand, and I think what Delta's trying to say is anything you would find in that house.
Yeah, that's
there
what he
would be
said,
plausible
Cheryl.
deniability because he was a resident of that house.
What they should do is do a forensic on the vehicle, the inside, because let me tell you, if you find whatever he was wearing that night, you find a speck that you can't. No matter how much you try to clean the car, you're not going to get rid of all the forensic. You're not going to get rid of all the crimped little pieces of nylon that's there. You're going to find something.
Delta, do you think that they have checked, almost like the car's forensic, or I can't even say forensic, like the digital footprints of the cars yet?
I can't say. I don't know what they investigated, what they did. So
Would they have to have a warrant for that?
Yeah, they did search the vehicle.
Have to have a warrant for that?
Yes.
That, or they could have probable cause.
Don't you think there would have been probable cause?
No, not if it's not if they're actively investigating a runaway. No. But if they want to search and they think it's foul play, then yeah, they would have to get a warrant for it.
But I will tell you that vehicle's information certainly tells a story.
Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. If you're not subbed up, sub up. I'm almost at 2K.
And
I am
that's
so
what they're
close.
focused on is that vehicle.
The police.
Are you serious? I love the name.
Yeah, you gotta remember that's the last thing
Hey,
that was part of
Melissa.
the ring cam was the vehicle leaving that
Winky
house. The scent of the dog. That's the last hit. Was in.
Oh no,
that
we heard it, Melissa. And she's also very nervous. She's worried. She's worried that really was Chris, and she's going to get her ass sued because I reviewed her live when she called him a murmurer and said he murmured that boy. So
area in the garage, the driveway.
And we're going to review the rest of Betty's lives tomorrow. I just couldn't do it tonight. I got to be in the mood for Betty.
Yep.
I mean, the mother holds the key to everything. Everything.
Oh yeah, she has that puzzle piece that we need.
But I mean, that would have to take out the other probability of, Chris being involved with moving the body, or does it?
Right now, it doesn't matter. Even if mom did it, dad helped conceal the crime. I'm speculating, just giving an example. I'm not saying that this is going to happen. Then the dad would still be convicted or charged with at least an accessory or an accessory after the fact.
Stepdad.
Yeah. Well, that's what I meant. The husband, the stepdad. Did I say dad?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's stepdad. Would be at least be looking at those charges right there. It would be an accessory to the crime or an accessory after the fact. You knew.
Yeah, that's all they care about, Misty. They don't care about facts.
Hypothetically.
No, you're not rude.
There was a CPS report.
No, you're not rude at all, Melissa.
And Katie,
you're fine.
And Chris were scared.
I played one of
about
her little short ones at the beginning of this. But for me to get at Betty, to really get into Betty, I got to be in the mood. And tonight just wasn't the mood. But I'll make sure I am tomorrow because I got some things for old Betty tomorrow.
Asking me in question. So maybe someone, they said we got to get rid of him or something.
Again, that's all speculation.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah, again, we can come up with a lot of if scenarios, but it's facts.
Mom or dad.
We got to look at.
And we can play armchair quarterback as to how they handled the investigation. I've got some opinions on that. I know Seth does as well. But let me.
What do you mean how they handled it? Law enforcement pulled out all the stops. What are you talking about? There's 42 other missing kids that got no attention at all. All the stops, and then some have been pulled out for Sebastian.
Delta, have you followed Caleb Harris's case at all?
I have not.
So you guys that have followed his case, he goes missing. He left the apartment on his own.
I don't want to hear about it,
and
Tony.
you have others' requests coming around, and very careful not to call that a crime scene, but at very least information on that case is that scene should have been secured. We got a neighbor in there that didn't even know the roommates. That's why he did anything with malicious intent. Caleb's room wasn't quite.
Now, Tony, can I ask you a question? You don't have to answer it, okay?
Sure.
Does Seth have a attorney on retainer?
He does.
Okay. I kind of figured he would.
So you got the dad that asked the roommates, "Hey, go tidy up his room." Before the roommates just distraught. The roommates on cleaning everything up. All this is going on, and the scene was never processed. Yeah, she was definitely stress cleaning. They made some determination early on that evidently they didn't need to secure that scene. But I've said from day one in both cases, you don't know what you don't know. So I would like to see in every situation that they err on the side of caution and go ahead and clear everybody out of there and preserve the scene.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Exactly, Debbie. Law enforcement was in that house so fast. There's just no way. They were all over that house within minutes of them being called. So this is just ridiculous. Caleb just went missing without a trace too, but that doesn't happen according to them. Yeah, and he also was in college?
That would be common sense, you would think. For
Well,
cops.
at least as far as we're sitting here armchair quarterbacking. Yes,
Right. I love your feet, by the way, Kayla.
Huh?
I
On my
love your
feet. That's all I could get. My feet.
Yeah, the only reason I asked that, Tony, was because somebody was asking me is, well, if somebody's innocent in this case, would you still get an attorney? And I said, absolutely.
There's no way I'd go through any difficult situation in life, even if it just involved money, without an attorney.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I was making.
I did a live with another creator named Chico. Not too long ago. It's on my channel. She's from that area. About all the other missing kids that they got a flyer. That's it. That's all they did. 42. Most are persons of color. All the stops and then some have been pulled out for this child. Sorry, but they have.
Comments earlier on what Seth should do, and I know he's hearing it from everybody, but I would think pre-recorded videos from now on would be. I think it would appease everyone. He doesn't even have to do that. But just appease everyone. Like when he's out there searching, be like, self-record and be like, "I'm out here searching for Sebastian, day whatever."
Yeah, as an attorney, I wouldn't recommend that.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe at the kitchen table, like, hey, just checking in. I'm doing okay. Nothing new to report. Stay blessed.
Again, I'm different. It all depends on what his attorney's advising him to do.
Well, true.
Well, pre-recorded will be better than live either way.
Anything to keep the media off his back.
Well, look, you guys know better than anybody. This case has been messy, and
yeah,
he does not.
Thanks to you guys.
Seth is not
and
one
Seth
that likes to be in front of a camera. Generally, when he gets in front of a camera, it's because we have a
bull. He's had no problem doing 60, 70 panels. Stop it. Stop it.
Very well planned, pre-recorded interview, or he's frustrated with something that he wants to clear up. Now, I will say that we have got a YouTube channel that we are going to start pushing people to, and we are going to do a show on that channel once a week, and we're going to take questions, and we're going to take...
I called that 2 months ago. I said Seth was going to do a YouTube channel. Voila.
kind words, and we're going to talk about Sebastian,
and
it's
I'm
going to
gonna
be the
grip
type
my
of
ass
format
off.
where I'm presenting him with those questions and allowing him to talk to the public and answer some of those questions. And we may even create a format where we've got another guest on the show with us, but he is going to be addressing the public once a week on his own channel.
Betty's going to
Oh
be
my
their
gosh,
guest.
I love that.
With filtered questions, right?
Very filtered questions. Yes.
I still love that. Yeah, that would be all you would need.
And we do have, just so you guys know, we are going to do, we've got the Ashley Banfield show that we're nailing down. We've got Fox and Friends that we're working on getting a date and time on. But I will tell you, for all of you guys that are Bullhorn Betty fans like I am, we are going to be on with Bullhorn Betty on her live on YouTube Thursday night at 7 o'clock.
Have you thought about a show with featuring Caleb Harris's dad and Seth?
That's not a feather in
Yeah,
your
I
cap,
think
Tony.
I think when we create the right platform, I think that it would be great to have Randy on the channel that we set up, because Randy's not going to set up his own YouTube channel. That's just not his personality.
Oh my God. When you have to stoop to go on Bullhorn Betty, that's desperate. That's desperate.
But I think if we could get several thousand subscribers and we can create a decent platform and an audience, I think it'd be a great idea to have both of those guys on.
Yeah, two dads going through the same thing. I mean, just talking. I think that would be just talking about their children. That would be hit so many hearts, and just hopefully want people to help more. You know what I mean? Help search, get his name out more.
Because there's some
Both of their
people that are involved in the Sebastian case that have never heard of Caleb Harris and vice versa.
Yeah, Denity. I am not the PR person
Exactly,
for Caleb.
runs
I'm
with
the
scissors.
spokesperson for his family. But I will tell you guys that we are on a three-way text, Seth and Randy Harris and myself, and those guys do exchange kind words back and forth on a regular basis.
That's wonderful.
That's awesome. Because no one knows what he's going through but him.
Right.
And Cajun has talked on the phone with me and Randy Harris, and I will tell you, he is a salt of the earth human.
They've just got to find a way to get these Amber Alerts out faster, for one, and to figure out what the heck's going on that our kids people are missing for two. I mean, I can tell you that speaking to a friend of mine who is an officer, he's never heard of, Sebastian Rogers. And I was telling him about the case, and it's sad. I mean, it is.
I know I didn't hear about Caleb Harris until I heard about Tony.
Because he went missing a week after that on a Sunday night, and went missing in the middle of the night, and he was also barefooted. So you can imagine how eerily similar the cases are to me.
Yeah, that is crazy. I didn't know that he was barefooted.
What month did he go missing in?
He went missing on March 4th. Essentially.
And have you seen Summer Wells' case?
No,
Tennessee around that. He was around 5.
Was that, you had Summer Wells, you had Riley Strain, then you have Sebastian, and the public really doesn't feel like they've got true answers in any of the 3 cases. So, it's natural for people to start being critical, but, I just believe you have to let them do their job. I truly do. And I know I've put pressure on them to communicate with Seth, but one thing I've never done is question whether they're good at their job or not.
Yeah, and I spoke on that. And I try to tell people, look, it's much easier to gather evidence. The time it takes is actually processing the evidence. Because remember, not every evidence that they process, do they have the lab there. They might have to send that to another state or even to the FBI to analyze.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And here's the other thing is that we hear people throwing things out like, you know, let's
Like
let's
you,
just say, for
Tony.
instance, we're talking about Caleb's case. The FBI is involved, the Secret Service, the Texas Rangers. In these cases like this, you'll have the full force of the local law enforcement agency, and then you'll generally have a representative from each of those other agents, FBI representative, the U.S. Marshals. But what that doesn't mean is they've got a whole FBI team, whole agencies.
Correct. Yeah, and I think I mentioned that earlier. That's
100% right. And, you know, I think I told Seth early on, I said, you know, the change.org petition, when he wasn't getting communication from them, I said, it's admirable, but it's not effective. It's just not the way it works.
Right.
That was just about local law enforcement.
But, you know, as Delta can tell you, it's a slippery slope. You want to push them hard enough to get them to communicate with the father, but you don't want them thinking that you don't believe
They
that
don't
can
communicate with the father because of his actions.
do their job. It's a fine line.
Right, right.
Correct.
Well, I was bringing up the, like, how many cases has the law enforcement in that area done before, experience-wise?
I agree, Melissa.
Like, are they just
Well, you got to
caught in the
remember,
dark?
you know, that's the question I wanted to answer. I never got to. Just because you're labeled FBI doesn't mean you're more experienced than a law enforcement. A law enforcement officer could have more experience on the job than an FBI guy. Experience.
No, I just whoever got the case.
A son that those of you that are close to me know that I have a son that just graduated and
He
was
does
looking at
some
more-
talking here about his
we can
personal
say,
life.
well, the FBI's involved.
What's experience?
Right. Exactly what he said. It's, you know, you want the most experienced stuff. You don't want stuff if somebody say it does become a criminal investigation and there's people being charged. You want as much evidence as possible to present in court. You don't want attorneys like me having stuff thrown out.
Yeah, I mean, you start making mistakes and you make Delta's job in his previous life very easy. And
absolutely,
call Robin something about law enforcement listens to all social media platforms. You're exactly right. A lot of these law enforcement officers, they're following Sebastian's account.
Oh,
which is
he
why
will,
we
Cheryl.
don't, we don't say anything that's going to mess up the investigation.
Hey,
We don't
Victoria.
say anything that's going to look bad as far as Seth goes. But we also can use these platforms when we'd like a little more communication. We can use these platforms to deliver that message in a professional way, and it is effective.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Bullhorn Betty's real
Absolutely.
effective. Not.
And it's like you said, we've always said, you never know who's listening, who's watching.
100%.
I'm glad Seth doesn't go live while he's searching and doesn't allow the people to do that.
You know what, Tony? I'm gonna follow you. Okay.
Appreciate you, buddy. You're welcome to come up anytime I do a live.
Yep, I got you.
And I'm gonna follow you back, buddy.
All right.
Casey, I don't know what you want me to say to that question. You know, you guys, if, I try to come in these chats and give people a chance to get to know me, judge me based on what they see and what their experience is. And I just can't control what people say or do. I can just control what I do.
I was gonna say,
Well,
it
Tony, you
the
spread a
other
lot
day
of
we were
misinformation.
questioning Tony, and he came in here with Cajun as his representative, but he was in here and
Sure
he just
will,
told
Cheryl.
us like it was basically, and he was brave enough to do that, and he didn't have to do that.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean?
He didn't
have
know anybody anything.
Exactly.
I'm trying to find your question, the video on it. Oh, you know, I'll address that. Absolutely. There's a video going around that was supposedly created on a YouTube account by somebody named Sebastian Rogers. I will tell you that Seth just said on T-Rev's show that is not his son. It's not his voice. It's just not Sebastian's account.
Good to know.
He wasn't on
Now, hey, Seth,
T-Rev
can I ask you
show.
a question now? I know I
Tony, not Seth.
What's that?
Tony.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that what I said? Yeah, I'm sorry.
You said Seth.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All these
Let me
names
ask
I
you a
keep throwing
question.
at you.
I know it's BS, but I just want to confirm with you because I have heard rumors also about Alaska.
You mean regarding the case?
Yeah.
You know, I've heard a lot of theories that involve trips to Alaska, motorhomes.
Right.
And at this point, all I can tell you is that I have not heard anything
Okay.
to substantiate any of that.
Yeah, that to me, that's the way I look at it. Unless there's facts, I don't take anything by the, I don't take anything serious unless you show me facts.
Well, I think that was coming from the possible, but it hasn't been confirmed.
Yeah, they're not similar, but he
sighting
don't get it.
CP's mom at the gas station.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
I mean, and
YouTube
I will
channel
tell you,
on
you
the
know,
way,
I had
already done.
a good conversation with Stephen Crabtree today, who, you know, people think that we're battling back and forth or whatever. And we had an hour-long great phone conversation. And, you know, one thing that law enforcement did not refute is that the witnesses at the Warsham's gas station there. And I don't know how significant that is, but, you know, there is some good information out there that's been out there for a while.
Well, I think that's where Alaska came in, is, you know, that Katie possibly met CP's mom at that gas station. Then they went on the trip to Alaska right afterwards.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I've
gosh.
heard that. Casey, you're welcome to jump into a box if it's okay with Kayla. If you've got some questions you'd like to ask, or you'd just like to get to know me better.
Yep, anybody's welcome. What I won't deal with though is drama and bashing.
If you want to come up here and settle it, talk to him person to person, that's fine.
I tell you guys, I've had a couple of larger platform creators on this platform that have told me time and time again that they don't think that it's a good idea that I go on platforms where there's a smaller amount of followers. And I strongly disagreed with that, simply because I think some of the best discussions happen on platforms of this size.
Correct. I agree.
Hey, Bubby Garcia.
I agree with that too.
Yeah, and I've said it before, and I guess that's before I knew who you were. Is I wouldn't, and Kayla can back me up on this. And this is before I said I didn't know who you were. I would say, you know, I don't. It doesn't look. I don't think he should be commenting on these subjects, coming on social media. I think he should, somebody else, you know, whether it's an attorney or somebody, he shouldn't be on. He shouldn't be on social media.
Yeah, I agree. Callie, I'm not sure what you're trying to say. I mean, I'm very open to having a conversation if you want to jump in the box, but I'm not sure what you mean about the shadow that I'm casting on the case. I mean, I don't know how long you've been in this conversation, but we're simply talking about the case and whatnot. So if you want to come in a box and...
I looked her up. She didn't have enough followers yet.
Oh, gotcha. I mean, I don't know how to answer that question. I mean, all I can do is be me and help my client, and I can't control what anybody thinks beyond that.
If there's a shadow being cast, that's because people are choosing to cast one. I've not seen anything since he's been up here to cast any kind of shadow other than, let's bring Sebastian home. Here's facts. Here's possibilities. Here's where we're going to be next on our interviews. Here's the situation. Side of TikTok? Because those people are casting their own shadow.
Callie, and I'm not saying that you're saying anything, you know, mean or anything like that. But I've told people time and time again that I think percentage-wise, the amount of good discussions is better here on TikTok than what I've seen over on the tube. And, you know, it's just easier for me to have conversations with people around my schedule on TikTok.
You mean it's because you got all these people snowed over and they kiss your behind?
Make your own judgment on what you see, what you hear. And I can't control what happens over on the tube. Unfortunately, it seems like every one of our lives here ends up over there anyway. So, you know, they've got the same information you do.
I was going to say, honestly, I mean, looking at it, your credibility took a hit with the Stephen thing, and you're making up for it. I mean, it was a mistake on both parts, and that can happen to anyone.
Yeah, look, I mean, you know, I told him today on the phone, I said, you won't ever hear me talk about you unless it's in a positive light. And I think Stephen's a great dude. I mean, we've had a jillion great phone conversations, and I think he got a lot of pressure for what happened. And I don't think that anybody did anything wrong. I think that people make mistakes, and he's a volunteering his time, and I'm the same way. And, you know, we left and cut up today on the phone. And, you know, again, unless somebody makes a personal attack on me, I mean, I'm all about, you know, second chances or clearing up confusion or whatever. I mean, I'm an open book.
The hell kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, come on,
Yeah,
Marie.
Shane just texted me. I think he's going to come and join us too.
Okay, we're going to save that box for Shane then.
I love Shane.
You love everybody, Tony.
Hi, I just have a question for Tony. It's just something that's been driving me crazy. Okay, KP said that Sebastian had the number to the keypad to the front door. But it was also said that when they came home from dinner Sunday evening, she stopped, he got out, went to the front door, she pulled into the garage. But it said he couldn't get in the front door, and he came back down the path and went through the garage. So if he had the keypad number, why couldn't he get in it?
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that. I mean, it's a great question. I honestly don't know the answer to that. Identity, what I'm saying with Steven is that he's a great guy. He is not associating with our team, but we don't have a personal problem with each other. So, you know, he's trying to make it clear that he's not a part of Seth's team. He's not a part of my team, if that's what he wants to say. But again, he's a great guy. We had a great conversation today, and, you know, we have no issues with each other. There's O'Shane.
I'm here, guys. Sorry I'm late.
You're always late to the party, Shane. You're always late.
You're always late. You were late to your own party yesterday.
Yeah, I had unexpected company show up today. I did not expect them to be here, and they just left. So.
Who cares?
So what's going on? Is there anything new going on?
Well, we've got a really, really good open line of communication with law enforcement now. You'll be happy to know that.
Good.
I don't. This dude named Shane is a retired
I know you
cop or
couldn't
an
share it or
ex-cop.
anything like that, but do they have any updates for you guys?
I wouldn't say there's any update, Shane. I would just say that I know he had a 2-hour meeting with him on Friday. And, you know, there was a multitude of things that provoked that, of course. You know, some of the things that we had said on interviews that we wished were a little better. And, you know, it let's just say provoked them to sit down and have a nice 2-hour meeting with him. And I'll tell you that he's in a much better place now, and we are supporting them and what they're doing. And we feel like that the communication is better than it's ever been.
Bullshit.
That is absolutely wonderful.
I agree.
Yeah, that communication is a key. Absolutely.
Well, it helps to even when there's not always an update, you know, it helps to know a little bit of what's going on. I know it's difficult for families when they, you know, you're sitting back and you don't hear nothing.
Got this little gnat flying around.
Yeah, you know what
driving me
I've
nuts.
told people is that there's 2 components that cause things to get out of control. One of them is the family.
One of them is
not
you,
getting
and the other one is
communication,
him.
The other one is the public. And,
Oh,
you know, we've taken care of Seth's
no. Your boy Seth. And you.
part now. He's getting good communication. If we could just get those guys to come out and do a press conference and settle the public down a little bit, I think a lot of the drama would go away.
Oh, I can't.
Was that brought up to him?
Yeah, I think, you know, they've heard my messages loud and clear. They've heard Seth's loud and clear. You know, Seth said the right things to provoke that. He said, you know, it'd be nice for the public to know if this is an isolated incident, if their children are in danger.
Hey,
It'd
Terry.
just be nice to settle the community down. So I would say that that's probably something that you'll see happening in the near future.
Good. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that.
Well, now we have Tony in here, Shane, retired canine officer, or handler, seeing how we're allowed to say both, and Mr. Delta down there, the semi-retired criminal defense attorney. Then we got Miss Kaylee Hale, who is a medical coder, and then we got Kay Jen, investigator.
What does a medical coder have to do with it?
Full panel. So if there's any questions, we got all kinds of people up here.
Yeah, if I were you guys in the chat, I would be taking advantage of, you know, retired law enforcement, retired criminal defense attorney. I mean, those guys are a wealth of knowledge.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you mean my medical coding has no experience in this?
No, none, but I had to throw it in there.
Hey, no disrespect to my fellow Okie.
I mean, I had to give you some kind of because my partner in crime. But
I have a question for Shane.
Oh gosh. Well, I had to go get Jay's.
The man's not even here. You gonna dog him?
I had unexpected from out of town and grabbed my dog.
Cajun, what do you mean?
a private message?
Yes, absolutely. I need to get a message to her if there's someone that can do that.
Katie can.
Yeah, I can take a break out. I'll write you.
Okay.
Geo's
Thank you.
being
Can you do it on my backup
some
account, the
DNAs.
Cajun Girl?
Hey,
The
Ava.
one in the comments?
Yes, I'll comment right now.
Okay,
All
I'll be right back.
Okay, thank you.
They won't say who the lawyer is.
I have a question for Shane and for Delta. Do you guys have all these backup accounts?
No, I just got
No, I don't either.
It's Cajun Girl. That's my backup account. So you was in timeout for a little while, guys.
That joke was directed straight at you, Cajun.
I know.
There's a question in here. Pam wanted to know, is Nina Glass still going to search?
Yeah, he does, Terry.
Unfortunately, Nina is probably not coming now.
I can't
because
ask
of all
him.
the
This is
attacks on her, and
this was a
her
TikTok
team didn't
live.
feel like it was a
It's recorded. It was a TikTok live from earlier. I can't ask any questions. But if I get the opportunity, I will.
good environment. So because of all the attacks, she's not coming now, which is absolutely terrible for Seth.
That's horrible. For
So
Seth.
now Nina's not going after they paid to fix her truck. And she got all that gas money. Now she's not going. Is anyone surprised? Because I don't even think she'd get the okay on probation, parole, probation, whatever it is, to go. But isn't it just funny? Her truck got fixed. She was out searching for somebody in Texas because I seen a video pop up on TikTok.
Absolutely.
May I ask what were they being attacked about?
Shane, it had to do with a lot of threats, a lot of
She
her
wasn't being
background that
attacked.
people didn't understand. You know,
She wasn't being attacked. She was being called out. Big difference.
was relentless for several weeks when it came out that she was, going to come out and help this way. And she just got to the point where her team didn't feel good about it.
You know what? I didn't really. Well, I did, but I didn't do much over there. I think I've reviewed a creator or two from over there, but that's it. So in order for these idiots to not block me in their chats and to be able to comment, I just started reposting like dance videos and music videos and stuff just to have something over there.
I got on some platforms and defended her and defended her background. And it's just, it's unfortunate.
Hey, can I say something in the comments? Hey guys, if you like this, let's show some love.
That he couldn't
let's
even
get
actually
Kayla
get a hold
some
of
lights
him,
up
and he has the money,
just share the
the
live.
cash reward to send out
More
checks to
appreciation.
this guy, to this lawyer.
You can make the
Oops.
chat green for Sebastian too.
Yes.
So Timothy, I'll answer your question. What is the background and qualified training of this team Tony Mathis has? I don't have a team. If you're talking about Nina's team, they are very, very
Oh, now Tony don't have
They,
a team.
have many, many, many certifications. They have equipment, but what they also have is compassion and dedication. So they're very qualified.
Okay, because they have,
Metagenics replenishes nutrients missing
wow,
from modern
TikTok
diets
even
with
does
Vital
commercial.
Multi,
Oh
a
no, this is
multivitamin
YouTube. What
unlike
am I
any
talking
other.
about?
Question is chat.
So now Tony don't
I
have
love
a
all the
team.
green.
They don't have a team.
No, and missing persons, there's no restrictions put on Nina
There's
as far
Sam.
as searching for people's children at all.
She took all that. There's Savage. You go, Savage. Let's back that up. Savage said she took all that money and dipped out. We saw that coming. You're right, Savage. So did I.
As far as searching for people's children at all.
You know what, Tony, I got a question
Hi,
for you.
Sir Duke.
And it's kind of,
Hi, Sir
again, I
Duke.
don't know if there is.
What you doing,
but do you know if there's
kitty?
a reward? Can I post
You
it
want
out
to talk to
anywhere, or-
everybody? Huh? You want
I
to say
think
hi?
the
You wanna
reward
say
is
hi?
coming. I think there's some vehicles to accept money as well as transfer money into a potential reward. I know it's definitely
Potential.
it's definitely
But go ahead and give me money for a potential.
Okay, right.
Did you guys miss me?
I always
Hi,
miss you,
Sir
Miss
Duke.
Katie.
With every bullet.
There's a question from Timothy in the chat. Tony, it's up to you if you want to
Give
read
me
it.
money for a
Answer it.
potential reward.
Why didn't Seth donate to the funds?
Yep. There you
that
go,
bought and
Marcy.
paid for billboards. I don't know what Seth does with his money and why. That's certainly out of my lane, and I don't swerve into that lane at all.
No, they
Can
don't,
I add to
Barney
that,
White.
Tony, if you don't mind?
Sure.
Listen, what Tony's doing, and even as an attorney here, we just represent clients. We don't live their life. Okay, they live their normal life. We don't
Someone's
tell them how to live their
asking.
normal
Whiskey Girl saying, so Nina asked Sebastian's people to pay for her truck repairs and changed her mind after it was fixed. Yeah, she did that.
life. We just represent them. As in Tony's case, speaks for them. Does what he's hired by.
Who
Tony
didn't
to
see
do
that
the
coming?
job. He doesn't control Seth's life.
Yeah, we didn't miss her a bit.
100% accurate. And it would be much like if Seth were to hire Delta, you know, he might hire him on a fee basis and he would represent him in one area. The only difference between Delta and I is I'm strictly a volunteer. I don't contrast to what a lot of people think. I don't get paid a penny. I spend my own money to travel. And I'm simply a volunteer.
Hence why
I
they're
don't-
doing a
I
YouTube
don't know
channel
that-
to grip from.
Yes, Tim, Seth is my client, 110%. So I don't, you know, I don't have any 20 years of experience
Hey,
being a
Spring Tea.
spokesperson. I don't think there's a playbook for a
Things will get done once
father
BHP
missing
gets
a child.
there.
There's
That's a
not
scary
really
thought.
a playbook on being a spokesperson. You
Well,
just
she's
come in, you
interviewing
figure
Tony
out
and
what
Seth
his
on
needs
Thursday.
are, and you do your best
For 3
to,
months, she's been begging.
you know,
Now
to
she
fill those
got it.
needs.
Yep, well said.
There's a good question. Is the Google voice tip line, is that real?
You know,
You
that
know
was
she's
set
gonna
up by
try to
Seth.
act
It is
all
real.
professional.
There are people that run that. I don't know anything about it. I didn't set it up. So
Okay.
You don't know anything about
Hey,
anything,
Cajun.
Tony.
Yes, I'm here.
you said time and time again that you would love to meet my wife. She's actually in the chat.
Oh, Tony's wife's in the chat.
Well, hi, honey. It's nice to see you in here.
Oh no, they're
Well,
doing an
she's-
interview Thursday.
she's
Yes,
mama is
BHP
over it.
is now part of the team. Tony loves her. He thinks she's fantastic. Him and Seth are doing an interview with her. She is now part of the team after 3 months of destroying the Proudfoots to get there.
This one? Hi, Mrs. Mathis, Mrs. Tony, Mama, whatever. Oh, there you are. Hi.
Back, girl.
I got it back in this chair.
And my hubby's got his back in a.
It takes an army to have my back. I wish I had Delta and Shane in more chats.
Yeah, you know, actually, if I
You got our back. You just got to let us know when you need it.
Yeah.
Tony, I'm gonna say one thing. You
Exactly.
are fucking stupid.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna take
And
you
your
up
wife
on that. I
up there
promise you.
and telling who
Yeah.
she is. You're a dumb dumb. Hey, I'm gonna just be
What
straight
about
up with
my
you. I
finder's
call him
fee?
out on it even when he don't
Boulder?
ask for it.
Wow.
I just want my finder's fee. That's all.
Yeah, guys, look. I'm not trying to tell y'all what to do. You're all adults. And I don't know if anybody else is listening. But please, if you have a reputable tip, a really solid tip, no bullshit, real tip, please call law enforcement, not the Google hotline.
Identity
That was
theft
a
wants
joke,
to
everyone.
know, what did you say, Katie?
I said that was a joke, everyone.
Oh, yeah, right. Has Seth given Julia Valenti, the canine handler, any of Sebastian's clothing, personal belongings for her current searches?
I don't know the answer to that. I don't know. I know that she is
Tony
still
don't know nothing. For being the spokesperson, he knows nothing.
searching. You know, I play a different
Yeah,
role.
well, you know what? Yeah, Jules may have credentials, but that's all she has. She's always on Brittany J's panel talking shit. I'm sorry. I don't think much of her.
Case. In Caleb's case, I was more of a project manager. So I gave direction. I hired the PI firm, a very, very good PI firm.
You
I
hired.
I
They
worked directly
hired.
with Nina and her search team. And, you know, I basically gave him somebody that would help him in every facet of the project. Over here, I'm just a spokesperson. So I really don't have any contact with most of these people that Seth has brought in. And I'm glad because I'm simply helping where he needs me. And he didn't ask for help in those areas.
Understandable. Do you know if there are any PIs that are working with Seth?
I'll tell you at this time, I can't comment on that.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, and again, I also brought. Remember, PI. When they investigate, that's who they report to. Is Seth. They don't go to law enforcement. Any findings they have, they don't really report it to law enforcement. They report everything to Seth.
What I will say is the first word in PI is private.
Yep.
And, you know, that's the most effective ones are exactly that.
Excuse me.
Absolutely.
Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, I mean, I just had some people tell me, no, but they have to. They have. I said, no, they don't.
No, they have. they have no legal obligation to report any information to anybody other than the client that engages them.
Exactly.
Michelle Dawn, I don't know if he will know that, but I'll ask. Since it was said that Sebastian knew the route to Seth's house, was that route searched?
I don't know the answer to that. I know
Tony,
very
you don't
little
know
about what's
anything.
going on in the investigation.
You don't know nothing but misinformation.
Yes, Jake.
Thank you,
CMS,
Debbie.
I am still a spokesperson for Randy Harris as well.
I think people confuse, and I'm not saying anything bad about it, confuse the role of a spokesperson and a PI and an investigator, somebody that's on the inside of things.
Yeah,
I love the point he
spokesperson
made.
should know all
Private
the facts.
investigator.
You're right, Runs.
Because, you know, if no one knows who they are, people are more likely to talk to them. Of course.
Well, and a good private investigator will not divulge any information too. So
That's what confused me about the last ones that he had. They were very willing to tell what they find, and I'm just like, I don't know that that's helping Sebastian at all. But
Yeah, their job is to report
Okay,
it to the
Melissa, my
client,
email's on my channel in my
put it
about
out there if they
section.
wanted to.
I think that goes back to Seth trying to oblige
appreciate that.
people,
Thank you.
You know, trying to release and trying to be nice. Just trying to be like, give us an update, you know, letting them tell us. I could be wrong. I don't know. But
Yeah, I know. I mean, yeah, again, if Seth's got information, and that's up to him if he wants to, reveal anything. He's not obligated. We're not obligated to receive any information.
somebody in the comments is questioning about you being an admin in some groups.
Yeah, so I was never an admin in Caleb's group, never from day one. I was an admin in Sebastian's group, and by design, when we got other moderators in, eventually Nicole was going to remove me from that because I don't have time to monitor that. Harley Morris's group, believe it or not, I had a conversation with his mom and helped her get on the Pascal show. And one day she made me an admin of the group, just out of the blue, but I haven't been on that page in a long time. So it was just, I think the mom felt a comfort level with me, and I did help her get on Pascal's show, and she was hoping maybe I would get more involved and be able to help, but unfortunately, and she's got a son that's missing that nobody's talking about in Texas. But I don't have the time to volunteer any more time.
and Timothy, he said that Seth did set up that tip line, so it's not a fake report tip line. The Google one.
No, not at all. It's not fake. As somebody said that they called, and when they got on the phone, somebody hung up or whatever. And I don't know. I've not called that number. I don't know anything about it.
I didn't see that live when I went over there. I'll have to look at
would
it.
a
Look
shoe
at it
insole
tomorrow.
from Sebastian's shoe work as a good article to Canine Trap?
Thank you, Earth. I appreciate you, honey. Thank you so much. You know I love you. Thank you.
Neo, I think there is a you can Google.
Dookie Doo, you're
I think you
tangled
can
in my
Google
cords.
or go to
Get
Facebook,
out of my
search Harley
cords.
Morris. The group is actually run
Come
by
on,
his
Sir
mother.
Duke.
And it's an interesting story with him that his mom, I mean, she is a broken-hearted mom. And when he went missing from the bar that he walked out of, for her son,
That's all Tony says. That's the extent of it.
Police to report tips.
Not other than saying that Seth is the one that set up the Google tip line and claiming that he don't know anything. No surprise there. He never knows anything but misinformation to pass around. Some spokesperson, he don't know shit about the case. That's not a good spokesperson, in my opinion. He should at least know what he's talking about, and he doesn't. But he passes out all kind of misinformation. He has no problem doing that. And like I said, any credible tips should go to law enforcement. Not frivolous tips, real tips. Sir Duke, you're all tangled in my cords. Dookie Doo. Pal zoom to the moon one of these days. I'm serious. I'm going to win $1 million in the lottery and send you up there on a space shuttle. I'm going to buy you a seat, a one-way ticket. I'm not playing BHB, so you can't bite me. This cat does not like Betty. This cat can't stand. When she cackles, he bites the hell out of me. And if she really gets a cackle going, he tries to climb my damn legs and claws the heck out of me. He can't stand Betty's voice. No, Sir Duke. But this cat's bigger than most people's dogs. He's almost 35 pounds. He's big cat. He's big though. He's a big tomcat. But he's got a little Teletubby going on there too. I'm not gonna lie about that. But he didn't get that Teletubby till he got fixed. Then, like within a year, he put on all this weight. But he's just a big boned cat. He's bigger than most people's dogs. Sir Duke, leave my cords alone. If you pull everything out, you're going to timeout. Lay on to Blanky. Here, lay down, go see. Lay on to Blanky. Here, you want a toy? Here, play with your toy. No, I'm not your toy. Stop. Okay. My cat's getting sent to the moon. Yeah, he's getting sent to the moon. But he got to come back because I need my cuddle buddy. He thinks he can lay on my chest. He forgets I have to breathe. It's not easy carrying around a 35-pound thing with fur. He gets so mad he can't sit on my lap when I'm streaming. Hey, mystery. But he'll sit on my laptop. He'll break it. He's so big. And he wants to be right in the middle of everything. Once I get my little corner set up in my bedroom where I'm going to stream in front of the window, then I'll make a spot where he can be. But for right now, he's too big. And he wants to walk on the laptop. Yeah, Kitty House, he's going to timeout. He knows what timeout is. Yeah, Debbie, I'm going to look. We'll look at that tomorrow. Because when I went in there to see his live, I was looking to see if he had went live. And maybe he put it private or something. I don't know. Let me look. I might have missed it. We'll do that tomorrow, though. Yeah, he did 3 hours ago. So I take it him and Seth are no longer fighting. The bromance is back on. Oh my God, he did a 6-hour live. Holy shit. Yeah, we'll look at that tomorrow. For sure. For sure. You would love my dog, Kana. What kind of dog you got? I got a 78-pound lap dog. He thinks he's a lap dog when it's raining or storming. He has bad storm anxiety. He's a Brindle Pit. He's 78 pounds. He's a big boy. He's an old man, though. That stroke did him in. He's not doing good. And I know it's going to come to time when we're going to have to make a decision. But right now, he's not suffering, and he's still getting around, still eating, still, so. He's got cataracts, so. You don't even want to know what they want to fix those. I'm like, oh, hell no. That's like, I'd have to take out a second mortgage. It's insane. Well, he has one cataract. I shouldn't say cataracts. He has one. But he's old. And for his breed and for the heart damage, he suffered from the heartworm. Because he had heartworm when we rescued him. And we got it under control. It took a minute, but we got it under control. But the damage is already done. And he's already lived past the 5 years, so they say. A pug. Oh, pugs are awesome. A spaniel. Oh. I wanted a lap dog so bad. I wanted a pug for years. But instead I ended up with a 78-pound lap dog. Yeah, he's my baby. He's my baby. Him and my husband are so close. My husband would be lost without that dog. But what I do know is we rescued him and we gave him a good home. That I do know. He's lived a good life since we got him. He was 3. They guesstimated 3.5. But I wasn't going to let him get put down. Because that's all they want to do with pits is put him down. He didn't ask to be born. He didn't ask to be abandoned, tied to a tree at the outer Mondexes for gator bait. And if you survive the gators, then you're a ring bait dog. But guys, it is late. Oh my God, it's 1:30. My kids are going to be up in 5. My son will be up in 5 hours. It'll take me another hour and a half to fall asleep. That kid still gets up. I don't get it. I can let that boy stay up till 11 o'clock and he's still up at 6:30. It's like, where do you get it from? Give me some of that energy. Hey, Street, how are you? Replaying the gold on his chain, rubbing up on his neck. Kanu was found in a backyard with his... Oh my God. God, that makes me sick when people hurt animals. I'd love to take some of these idiots that hurt these animals and do the same thing to them that they do to the animals. I can't see hurting a defenseless animal, just like I can't see hurting a child. My animals are my kids. They're like my kids, you know? They didn't ask to be born. They didn't ask to be here. They don't get a choice. And they deserve to have a good life. Oh. See, I can't handle animal abuse. Those are 2 things that can really get me to go off like a bottle rocket. Animal abuse and abuse on children. And the elderly. I've seen a lot of that, sadly. She's a nerve ask if she could visit him. Yeah. Let him rip her apart. Let's wire her mouth shut. People got some freaking nerve. I rescue everything. God, I feed everything. I feed the squirrels. Hell, they come to the screen and squawk for their peanuts. I feed every wild animal that's here. The turtle knocks on my door, on my screen door when he wants his food. Now I got a mother bunny and 3 babies in the corner of the yard. Jesus, I need a job just to pay for the food. For the squirrels, the birds, the turkeys, the wild boar, the deer, the turtles, the bunnies. Let's see, what else am I forgetting that I feed? I'm sure there's something else I feed I forgot about. And I don't live in the country. It's just Florida. There's wild boar everywhere. They're huge too. Yeah, I do too. I love animals. I'll take a whole Walmart clearance table. Oh, me too, Dynamite. If they have something that I need. Hell yeah. Yeah, we have cats and ferrets. Oh, ferrets are cool. That's right, Team Sebastian. This is all about that boy straightening out this misinformation and trying to get these people to quit attacking his parents, because that boy loved his mama. He loves his parents, you know? He's going to come home. Oh, plants, I'm not good with. My husband's the one that can grow anything. I can kill anything. Hell, I can kill a cactus. You know how hard it is to kill a cactus or a damn snake plant? I can kill one. I forget about them. They can't talk to me to tell me they need something. All the critters, these freaking birds, these cardinals and these woodpeckers will come right up to me. They don't care. They don't care. They know I'm not going to hurt them. Squirrels take their food right out of my hand. Mama comes on my screen every morning. She wants her private little peanuts before it's feeding frenzy with the other couple. No, I can't grow nothing. I'm terrible at plants. My husband takes care of all that. Because he knows I'll kill it. You got bit from a ferret and told the guy I would own one someday. Ended up with a lot of them. Ferrets are cool, though. You can train them. They're really cool. Yep, hope I can keep animals alive but not plants. Nope. Nope, I can't. I suck with plants. I don't even try. My hubby takes care of all that. He takes care of all the outside stuff like that. And yeah, animals, no, good souls. Yeah, they do. I truly believe they do. These squirrels trust me, and I can't believe Mama brought her babies to me. I was like, ooh. I was like, okay, I need a couple extra peanuts. And they don't have peanuts on sale right now. So, you know, she needs to chill. Or she's going to have to get a job and help pay. You know? I just worry that sometimes it's like, go forage. Get out of the yard. Go be a real wild animal. Because, you know, what if I run out of food? And quit attacking the bird feeders. They drive me nuts. They empty the bird feeders. Then the birds are bitching because they don't have food. So then I'm going back out, putting more bird food in there. But squirrels like cereal. They love Cheerios. But they like sweet cereal too. I don't feed none of my animals bread because it's not good for them. Especially birds. It'll make them feel full. But they're not full because they're not getting no nutrients off the bread. So they can actually die of starvation if you do that. So they like Cheez-Its and crackers. Yeah, you know, when they have buy one, get one freeze, and I got coupons, hell yeah, I buy the stuff. It's treats for them. They love it. They go nuts over some. You should see the crows over some Cheerios. They go ballistic. And then we have all these egrets and stuff. Because, you know, it's Florida. But I do enjoy the animals, the critters. We've seen, in the last 2 days, we've seen 6 deer. But they're small. There's so much building going on. They don't have anywhere to live. When they have apples on clearance or one of the apple farms are where you can go get bushels for cheap, I'll go get some and take them where there's a wooded lot where I know they're away from the highway or the roads, and I'll dump apples out and feed them. Oh, thank you, Melissa. I'll definitely take a look at it, and we'll discuss that tomorrow when we discuss T-Rev and his little panel thing. I was so relieved to see the squirrels though, because one got killed, and it was DOG Mama, and I knew because it was day 3, and she hasn't left my yard in 2.5 years. and she had to come around. It was day 3, and she wasn't coming to eat her nothing. And then I seen the squirrel laying over in the neighbor's yard. I was like, yeah, that's Mama. I was heartbroken. I mean, these the two squirrels, they don't leave my yard. And it worries me because, you know, what if one day I don't have food for them? They have to still go eat. You know, they still have to go be. I showed Mama on my channel one day. I turned the camera and turned it around and showed her. She was at the screen door out in the yard waiting for her peanuts. I miss her because she would come right here and talk to me. They squeal. Yep, I'm going to bed too. Yep, but guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Tomorrow's not going to be a late night live. It'll be an early live. But yeah, I'll be seeing y'all tomorrow. Aw, thank you, Victoria. You too. And what was I going to say about? Oh, I'm going to cam up because my hair will be done, and I can show you guys that I chopped all my hair off. And the color is going to be because I'm gray and white. You know, there's not much, and there's some of my natural color left, but yeah, no, I'm not enough. And I'm not worrying about dyeing it back brunette all the time because that's a pain in the ass. So I'm going with this gunmetal silver gray. It's a really cool color. It'll blend everything in naturally. It'll look good. It better look good. But if not, I don't like it. All I gotta do is get in the swimming pool a couple times. It'll take the color right out. But I'm gonna go in here and act like I'm gonna sleep. Maybe I actually can. I am tired. But I thank you all for hanging out with me so long. Mods, thank you very much. Thank you all for the membership, the gifted membership. And for the renewal, I think Patricia's already gone. Yep, I think I hit everybody. Yep, there you go. But again, if you hit that like button for me, if you're not subbed up, sub up. When I started this live, I think I was 18 away from 2K. So hopefully I'll reach it. But I'll see y'all tomorrow for sure. And I know I'll see you on these YouTube streets. Night, everybody.